Back everybody to Point Park Gold Valorant versus Trojans, Troy Trojans. I am caster Ian Thomas, better known as Snoozin from the Rocket League team. Off screen I have Caleb with me from the Rocket League team as well. He'll be joining us in a minute. We're really set up for a nice game here today. We have our roster for the gold team. We have Finn. You know, our effectiveness going into these games, our game plan, just playing nice Valorant.
All right, I'm here. I'm alive, and it looks like we already had a disconnect and a reconnect, so that's going to be interesting. But I don't think that's really going to be changing much here today. But no, I agree with Snoozing here. I think it's going to be a very interesting game. Obviously, Point Park Gold has been incredibly dominant during the regular season, but also during the playoffs too, with last week winning 2-0, however, map 2 being close on Pearl.
Yes.
But I think we're going to see some good match today. Looks like, again, Point Park just going to be going for a default push here. Looks like they're going to be meeting in showers really soon here. Looks like Creep does get a pick here in showers. However, do they know that Brim is there? And Creep does know. Creep starting off the game with a 2K here. Trying to push through hookah, but they might just rotate back to A. Sky just trying to play careful here, but I don't think they know that they're coming down B long, but I don't think it really matters. So it looks like they're going to be trying to take this A push here. Point Park able to get control. However, okay, Sexy Beast with the headshot on the Sky. But again, do they know that their Chamber and Viper are going on the flank? They must have some inkling of a hope here. And
They're watching
Melon,
it.
I think so. Oh, they know now.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Melon just able to get picked off by Viper here. However, Point Park is still looking nice. 4v2 right now. They don't have to push. Sexy Beast just playing around that corner, playing the space that they have on site here. However, Viper is able to get that. Ari able to get the pick on to get the pick on Viper and Chamber here. Great start from Point Park.
Big pistol round for Point Park. That, their economy is going to be looking pretty good if they can win this next round as well.
If they can win this next round. But, I mean, Point Park has been one of those teams where, I mean, I don't even want to say just Point Park Gold, but kind of just all the teams have been such momentum-heavy teams. And, I mean, if they could get a really big start here to the second round, I mean, I can't see why not that they can take this into the next 6 rounds.
Yeah, and I really enjoy watching Point Park, both of our teams attacking first. I really enjoy it. I'd see, more so how the game's going to go.
Yeah, and again, it looks like 3 heavy in shower here. However, Fear the Finn is all on his lonesome. Looks like 4 in shower. However, I don't know if they know that there's that many. Looks like they're going to go for a B push here. However, Brim is going to catch that Chamber. Is that Brim going to be able to see him in time?
Yeah.
Yes, and he gets the pick on Chamber. Wow. But again, do they know to rotate to B?
Yeah,
Do
the
they
rotate.
know?
It seems like Finn gets a pick.
Oh, Finn has to watch out. Oh, Finn just escapes with his life. 3 people. I mean, I don't know what it is for now, but they're still playing kind of scared. And finally, they push onto the B side. Do they know that they have 3 flankers right now?
Yeah, it seems
It's kind of tough to see. Point Park here. Looking to do some damage. We just have to go back to us here for a moment. We will switch it back, I do promise. It won't just be us. But it does look like Point Park still has B control here. We are looking at an OBS screen overlay.
It seems
doesn't
that
help.
the first 2 rounds, though, it seems Troy University is really playing the flank pretty heavy.
Yeah. I mean, like, typically you would see, just one person go on a flank and just try to threaten it, but it looks like they're
the whole
really
team,
leveraging it.
Yeah.
So that's something that's I'm finding really interesting here. And again, looks like Point Park just able to pretty much handle it with very minimal deaths, able to keep their guns, and honestly, they look very nice going in here into round 3. Oh, okay. Troy Trojans going for a pretty able to pick off Sexy Beast. not knowing that they were going to be sitting in that corner. However, they do get out just in time. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't know if Point Park's able to kind of catch on to what Troy's doing here, but they're playing very aggressive, especially on the A site. Trying to dog deep into A, however, just trying to take their time. Creep able to get the orb, healing his teammates. And again, I mean, Point Park, I mean, I still believe they're looking pretty good, but I mean, Troy, they kind of have them on the ropes here for now.
Playing really passive this round. It feels like since they got that early pick off on Sexy, that they're just kind of just waiting to see what we're gonna do next.
Yeah, it just seems that they're trying to be super aggro just to get the early pick and then just try to drop back to see if they're going to play aggro here. But it looks like Creep pops all going on to B side. They start to flash and try to entry. However, this might be a fake. Looks like their Sky is looking to rotate. However, I think this is a fake from Point Park. They may be looking to push A here. However, I think Troy does know, and they stick the 2 on site. They finally push into A site. Point Park is going to meet some resistance here, especially from Garrett. Garrett gets traded out. Ari gets 2 picks here, takes out the Sky, and now it's an even 3-on-3. Spike planted. Melon with the judge. However, they know that one is on the flank. Ari just able to survive. Ari, again, okay. Ari with the 3K now, and with the lineup. However, Creep does not know. Melon has to play. However, it looks like they're just able to get the Molly lineup off in time. Melon going for the flank here. However, does Brim know? Brim does know, but he gets picked off. Ari able to watch from main, and she gets the 4K.
That is a big round from Point Park there.
Especially, I mean, the one thing I always love watching about Gold and Green rosters is just kind of their resilience. You know, I mean, they can be down however many players and they still play to their game plan. You know, I mean, they make the adjustments and, you know, Troy, I mean, they were looking pretty good that first 30, 40 seconds of the round. And then Point Park, I think they just expertly played it.
Yeah, we're able to like regroup really quickly and communicate efficiently and, you know, push into A site and get a couple picks from Ari and seal the round.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really nice from Point Park.
I mean, this is a really good start here because as much as, you know, I'm pretty biased towards Point Park Gold. I mean, Atlantic University, they handled their opposition. Do you want to kind of talk about that a little bit?
Wait, Troy?
Oh my God, yeah, I was thinking of Atlantic. All right, well, you know what? We'll save that for later. We still got to look at what Troy did to their opponents, but they also did sweep them. We just don't know the round totals, and we'll tell you there in a moment. However, Point Park, they're playing a little bit passive here. Sexy Beast able to get the pick on Viper. Ari, knowing that they do like to lurk down B long. However, it looks like they're going to be trying to disengage. Creep is going to run into their Brim, and our Viper's going to run into. Okay. Fear the Fin able to get a pick on Garrett. Creep looks like they're going to be full pushing here onto A site. Brim just picks off Fear the Fin here. However, they know that he's going to be stuck in showers. Oh, and he's just able to get that lineup off. But, I mean, it's... Oh, Sexy Beast almost freaking through the smoke.
Almost from the smoke.
Oh, looks like Creep is going into their spawn. He's able to get the pick on Chamber. Does he know? Get the pick away. Get the pick on 2.
Wow.
Creep with a 3K. Okay.
Incredible.
A little bit nasty from the captain here. I mean, this is his last semester. Made it to the finals last semester. Trying to make one last run for glory. And you know what? I mean, the captain's stepping up.
I mean, I just love to look at that scoreboard right there. 8-0, 7-1, 2-1, 2-2, 1-1. And then looking at theirs and looking at our economy to theirs. I love seeing it. So I've seen it 2 weeks in a row now. And just wanted to keep going.
Absolutely. I mean, we did a little bit of research here in Troy. I mean, they handled their quarterfinals matchup against UNCG Stardust, where they won 13-8, 13-5. And again, Point Park going to a 4-round lead here, looking very much into control here. Melon able to push up into Lamps? I think that's Lamps. However, Melon able to get a pick on Chamber, but does get traded out. Still a 4-on-4. They do have access to site. If Fear the Fin does get the pick in showers, however, he might get another one. Creep able to swing and is able to trade out, but he's able to teleport away in time. 3v3 here. Still manageable for Point Park. Oh, and Ari gets picked off through the boxes. However, Sexy Beast in an unfortunate spot is able to make the most of it. Gets the pick on Garrett. Tries to go for the flash. Viper goes out. However, Creep swings. Gets the pick on Viper. Creep is going to swing again off her flash. Sexy Beast.
For 2v1.
2v1. Absolutely winnable. We have Spike down. Squiddy in an unfortunate spot here. Goes to peek out into Sexy Beast. However, Creep might peek first. Sexy Beast goes first. And it just looks like they're just going to be playing time here. Creep gets a little bit more damage off. And Sexy Beast is able to finish it. Absolutely incredible teamwork between Creep and Sexy Beast here.
Really well done from Point Park there.
Absolutely. I mean, the one thing I think is, and it looks like we're going for an early timeout from Troy Trojans. I mean, if I have to be honest, I think this is where you kind of have to start your timeout. I mean, Troy, we know them as the second seed in the whole of our conference. And I mean, they're dropping 5 rounds on Bind, which Bind has been historically our map. We do very well. We do very well on this map, and dropping 5 rounds is nothing to scoff at. So again, Troy's going to be trying to, take some time, talk about some setups, and see what they could do to kind of prevent Point Park from taking the momentum forward.
I mean, and I just think for Point Park, for this timeout called by Troy Trojans, I just think that, we're just talking about how we can just stack it on here. Maybe go into defending 12-0.
Absolutely. I mean, I think one of the strong suits of Creep is he's been able to build synergy with whatever roster he works with. So, I mean, especially people like Amalia and Ethan, or otherwise known as Sexy Beast and Melon. I mean, they're both freshmen.
Yeah.
Right? And he's worked with other freshmen too, like Fear the Finn, like Skylar, who is extra. I remember. So he's been working with so many freshmen and been able to kind of bring them into the fold and been able to really just work with them. And so, I mean, I think that's something I really love to see out of the captain here. However, again, Point Park, timeout doesn't just apply to the Troy Trojans here. It looks like they're going to be picking up B-Long, but Fear the Finn does get a pick on Chamber. Sexy Beast looking to peek here. However, just going to be playing it safe. It looks like they're going to be electing to dog out here. Going through the teleport, just checking through showers. And Fear the Finn is dropped back. However, Brimstone does know he's there. Creep is able to get the pick on the sky. Looks like they may be trying to push into B-Long here. Viper is up close on Melon, and Melon just... the Valorant timing is not on our side. However, we do have access to the B site, and Fear the Finn does get traded out as well.
All pushing through mid.
It looks like they go for a teleport play, and it's expertly done.
Oh my gosh.
Troy Trojans used the teleporter way too early, and now they have access to the site. And one of them took teleport into showers, and 2 are on the flank. However, looks like they might be going to pop out here, and they do, especially during the plant. However, they brimmed the shower off. Incredible choice from Ari. All 3 are coming from showers. Do they know this? It looks like Sexy Beast is going to go for the flank here. However, Sexy Beast is going the other direction. Ari just does get...
Unfortunate.
However, they do know where they are now. Creep going for the peek on Viper and gets flicked on. Sexy Beast able to pick one off. Now it's a 2v1 from Sexy Beast. If she's able to play time here, however, she does see that Garrett is there. Sexy Beast not able to finish it and come back. Gets picked off by the stinger from Brimstone. I mean, Point Park was in control there, and in Troy, I mean, they played it pretty well. There's nothing really more to say about that. I mean, Troy, I mean, they were looking from a pretty bad position. All 3 pushing from showers. I mean, that's a pretty risky endeavor, and I don't know. I think the timeout really worked here.
I mean, I really like the idea from Point Park to, hit the teleport and try and, rotate back to A and get that plant down. I think they just weren't set up early enough, and maybe they thought somebody was staying on that A side and they didn't all rotate to B, and they kind of waited that half second to plant.
Yeah.
And I think that might have cost them that round.
I think if Sexy Beast just went the right way and went to go the flank on showers, she would have been able to have a better chance of being able to kind of get a 2K, maybe a 3K on all of them. But here, Point Park going to be going for a default push here, 2 into showers. However, 2 Trojans are also in showers, waiting to see if they push out. Brim is leaving chamber unattended. I don't know. Looks like 2 again in B long. However, looks like they have popped the Viper ult to stop them from going B long, and it looks like they're stopping them from pushing into showers here. But, I mean, again, that's only going to be temporary. They do... Wow, okay, looks like Creep does sneak into teleport here, but I don't think they know. They do know, Creep does know and has seen that they're going to be taking this teleporter, and they are not afraid to, and they're kind of sitting and waiting on this B long to see if they do push into A side. So Creep might be playing the long game here. However, he elects to leave, so now they know he's coming out of showers, and it looks like he's just going to be rotating out. Melon pushing into Hookah alone. However, I don't think he knows where they are. It looks like they're going to be trying to go for a push here, but again, maybe I'm wrong, and Sexy Beast does get picked off by Brim. Melon going to escape here. However, it looks like he's just relinking. Fear the Fin gets picked off by Brim too as well. However, does Melon know that they're going to be there? No, he doesn't. And Garrett's able to get picked off, but they get traded out, and Squiddy's able to finish off Point Park. Oh, I mean, really unfortunate here with Point Park. I mean, nothing I can say more. Troy played it incredibly well here. I think the one thing I'm starting to notice as well is, I mean, nothing wrong. I have nothing against the freshmen here. I mean, I think they're doing incredibly well. I think they have built a lot of poise over the time, but I mean, I think you can kind of tell that they're a little nervous for this semifinals matchup.
I mean, it's hard to tell if they're really ready for the moment or if the nerves are getting to them, but I think that timeout really played into Troy's favor. That number 2 seed is really starting to show for them and why they're such a force in this conference for them.
Absolutely. I mean, for teams that can really set themselves apart, and it looks like Ari's going to be going for the quick plant with smoke cover. And again, wow. Okay, it looks like they started the round early. And it looks like 4 are going to be coming from showers with 1 on the flank. Viper coming from their spawn. Point Park pops the Viper out here. Okay, this is going to be very interesting to see how they play the retake. Point Park electing to play super aggressive. Looks like their Sky and their Brim chooses to pop. Oh, and their Brim is able to get a kill on Sexy Beast and get Viper to 1, but not able to finish it off. Ari is able to get the pick on Squiddy. Looks like we might be getting a couple more here. Brim able to get the trade onto Creep. Fear the Fin able to get the pick on Chamber. They're going for the defuse. Fear the Fin able to get 1. Ari able to get 2. Rushes the diffuser.
No,
but he's only able to get half.
Yes.
Finish him. Yes, he does.
Oh, well done.
Absolutely well done from Point Park. A flurry of just kills and ults and everything in between.
It's really tough to push into that site with that Viper ult.
Yes.
Putting all of your players low. I mean, Troy was kind of just sitting outside of the smoke, but Chamber, was getting late towards time to defuse, and Chamber was deciding to push, and he almost got it.
Yeah, he almost got it. And I mean, it was a really good play to try and retake how they did it from Troy. I mean, that was a very tough how they did it, but that Brimstone ult for Troy coming out very clutch, and it looks like we're going to be doing all 5 on A, but a split from showers and into main. Chamber popping ult early, forcing them to stop the push into showers. However, the dog does see him, and Creep pushes the Chamber ult. Very unfortunate now. It's a 4v5. And they what? Fear the Fin also pushing the Chamber. It looks like we used the Brimstone ult too. I mean, I don't know if I agree with pushing the Chamber ult, but again,
Ari with the pick.
Ari proves me wrong. I'm sorry, Queen Ari. Ari pushing this Brim. Do they know that this Brim is sitting on this corner? I think they're just able to see this shoulder. And yes, they do. Ari leveling it out to a 3v3.
And A side's pretty much cleared.
Oh,
they've got 2 on the flank.
Do they know that 1's on the flank? And they're able to get the pick off on Sexy Beast. However, Melon just goes for the flank with the cover of smoke. Ari just able to get the smoke down. It looks like they're going to be going for a flank on showers again. However, Melon is able to get a pick from Viper from their spawn. And Melon goes for the kill. Ari's able to get a pick. Melon could finish us off here with this. However, I think they know that they're in lamps. Oh, I don't think Melon does know. Ari just playing it safe, making sure they're not going for the flank. However, Melon is going to be able to meet them first here. And they're just able to see. And Melon, it almost flicks onto him. 1 shot. Ari, if they just peek in time, play time here. Squiddy's in very much trouble. Yeah. And Ari is able to get the 4K.
Beautiful from Point Park there.
I mean, I think it goes to show the experience that Ari brings to this roster that we will be sorely missing next year as they will be graduating. But I mean, you saw how Ari played. We were down to 5v3. They leveled it out in the way that, they just played around the map. They played it incredibly smart. And now Point Park dropping 2 rounds. They picked up 2 more rounds in a row, and they're up 7-2.
I mean, it's kind of the Ari and Creep show right now. If Fear the Finn or Sexy Beast or Melon can maybe step up in here, I think this goes Point Park's way pretty early.
Absolutely. I mean, again, I think that's kind of where the dynamic of the freshmen versus the seniors kind of playing with the seniors. They know how this works, and the freshmen still kind of getting their feet under them. And so I think as we start to see this series progress, we're starting to see them kind of start to get a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more confident in how they push these engagements. But again, Point Park going to be doing a split push here. Pretty aggressive onto B. They do flash this guy. However, they don't pick her up immediately. Able to kill Sexy Beast. Sexy Beast kills using the molly on Sky. Melon trying
and
to
Sexy
back
Beast
off.
use their ult as well to
Yeah.
get positioning on them.
It looks like they're pushing heavily from Hookah, but Melon is just able to dodge it. It looks like they're going to be going for another A push here. Brim all alone. Chamber trying to come from their spawn. Is he going to be going heaven? Yes, he's going to be going heaven. Creep trying to get him through
Right
the
through
smoke.
the smoke.
Oh, but does he know one's coming from heaven?
Yeah.
He's able to get the pick on Brim.
Creep.
The Creep. Yeah, let's get the pick on Chamber. It's a 5v2. One's coming from Showers again.
Ari with the plant. Two
Ari
from
on the
Showers.
plant. Two from Showers. Okay, now they know at least one's from Showers, minimum or maximum two. They do send the molly. However, Finn is able to get enough damage on one. Melon is able to trade it out. They do know
And
that
Ari with the other one.
and Ari with the final pick of the round. I mean, Point Park is playing incredibly well right now. Incredibly well. I mean, the way that they're playing around each other, the way that they're using the map knowledge, and able to force these in order to force Troy Trojans into these kind of boxes that they kind of can't escape out of. I mean, they know they love to flank, and let alone flank into Showers, especially on that A site, sometimes from main, but mostly from Showers. They just know how to play around the map like that. And again, Point Park fully in control of this series. However, their Chamber pushing up into A main here. Is Ari able to get it? And no, she's not. She gets picked off by Chamber. However, Point Park will not be swayed. They have... Oh, sorry, we changed perspective. I thought we had control of A site, or B site. But it looks like Sexy Beast and Creep is able to push. However, Garrett is able to get the pick on one and backs off. Point Park now down Sexy Beast and Ari casts. Very challenging here for Point Park. Very limiting.
Finn
it looks like
to
Creep
rotate.
just gets their ult now. So it looks like they're going to be going for a B push maybe? Fear the Finn pushing up onto A site. Looks like they're just going to be taking their time here.
Maybe they try and fake the teleport here?
Maybe. Fear the Finn going to get pushed here from Chamber and Brim from Lamps. However, does Finn able to suspect it? Creep knows where this guy is now. He goes to flash. However, Fear the Finn is able to get the pick on Chamber. Looks like they try to go for the rotate, and now they go for the rotate on A. An expert pick from Fear the Finn. However, Waylay able to get that off. Creep trying to flash, and is not able to pick her off. It's a 4v2. Fear the Finn from 1 health. And it looks like they're going to be rotating again. Melon trying to go for those. Oh, is able to get the plan off, but I don't know. With Fear Fear the Finn.
Melon in a...
I mean,
they did. I think in that situation, they did as much as they could do with those 2 early picks there. I mean, with the double fake rotation, I like the idea of it.
I love the idea. I think it was an incredible call from whoever it may have came from. And obviously, it's a pretty unfortunate situation with Fear the Finn being on one, just being able to one tap or get one tapped. And then, Melon just gets doubled molly from Viper and from Brim. Like, it's kind of impossible. So
now, last round going into defense, do we want to win this round? Because I've heard some rumor about a 9-3
so we
curse.
do want to win this round because it becomes the 4-8 and not the 3-9. It's the 3-9 curse. So we do want to win this round. I mean, we want to win regardless. However, Chamber still pushed up close onto that A main. However, they still have 2 onto that B long. How is Creep going to play this? They go for the flash. They flash him again. Creep, does he know that Waylay's sitting in the left corner? He does it and gets picked off by Waylay. Again, Point Park goes down early in the round. However, they do know it, and they trade him out, able to get the Chamber sitting in that left corner. And Fear the Finn is able to get the pick on Brim. However, they know one more is in Showers. Fear the Finn trying to go up against Waylay. Get the pick on Waylay. However, he knows there's Sky. Oh, and just gets a little bit of damage onto Sky. However, they know Sky's going to be pushing from showers. Viper is unknown. Melon jumping into Viper's crosshairs, just getting picked off. However, Ari is forcing them back. Sexy Beast trying to hold him there.
Sky's
Ari
there.
able to get the pick on Sky. Now it's a 2v1. Viper down to 53 health. Does he know Sexy Beast is there? No, he doesn't. Sexy Beast creating it a 9-3. Actually, now I see what you mean. I was thinking the other way around. I still can't count. That's okay, though. But again, I mean, Point Park, despite the curse, no matter what, 16-5 from Ari, 12-7 from Creep, 9-9, 8-6, 5-7. I mean, I am completely okay, and I'm loving I'm loving it. You know?
Those are great numbers to have.
These are great numbers. I mean,
Point Park here.
We're kind of like the McDonald's here in this game, and they're kind of the Arby's. We're just kind of mogging them right now. I mean, it's not.
We've got Happy
close.
Meals, and they have the meats. And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and Bind is a defensive-sided map too, and the fact that we took 9 rounds on offense, I think that kind of tells you where this kind of game is going, and maybe this series. However, it looks like Troy going to be going for just a standard split push here. Creep trying to get a deep pick with the Bandit. However, he is with one other. Trying to get the orb. He does get the orb. However, does Melon cover? They do just be able to get out in time. And again, still a split push here. Nothing from Troy. Just trying to play the time here. Chamber pushing up B long. Sexy Beast trying to see if they could get Brim. Trying to go for the corner swing. Squiddy and Spectre pushing up. Spectre now in lamps. Does Point Park know that they have control of lamps now? I don't think they know. Creep still by themselves, trying to see if they could get the flash into anyone into showers, and I think they do. They're dogging into showers now. Creep backs off. However, do they know that someone is in lamps? They have to check lamps now. Sexy Beast trying to go for a swing here, and no one's there. I don't think they still know no one's in lamps, and they swing from lamps now. But, and Creep is able to get picked from Spectre, and Ari's able to try out and get Garrett.
Melon's able to push back.
Still a 4v4 right now. We're still in a good position, but they do get the plan off. Ari and Fear the Fin. Or at least Fear the Fin. And Melon. Oh, and Sexy Beast trying to go for the flank, but does get picked up by Koiva. Ari Beast, does she know? On the left. And yes, she does. She gets Chamber from main. And gets the pick off Quiddy.
Oh my gosh. 2v2 here.
Oh.
One in lamps.
One in lamps, one in main. Melon, 9 health. Ari still at full. Looks like Melon is just going to be trying to bait out. Melon trying to get the pick off one. And Ari gets picked from Spectre. And it looks like Melon just trying to back off here. And however he plays it, and he does get picked by their Brim. But you know what? That's not the end of the world.
I mean, first round on defense, just kind of getting our feet under us, this is our map. I do feel that we take this game 1. I'm calling it early.
Yeah, pistol round is never the true decider of the match. It's just kind of, again, getting our feet under us and kind of testing out, what are you going to play on offense now? What are you going to play on defense now? And I think despite whatever happened, I think Point Park could have played it a little bit better, maybe trying to investigate showers a little bit sooner. But you know what? I think we still played it just fine. But again, it looks like Troy's going to be going for a split push here.
They're going a little heavy with like a Spectre, an Outlaw, and 2 Bulldogs I saw.
And I did see a Judge as well. Looks like Wayley's going to be pushing close with the Judge. However, I don't think they know that Sexy Beast is with the double shotty. I can't remember its name, but I know it's the Shorty.
The Shorty.
The Shorty.
Yes.
Sexy Beast with the Shorty. However,
Fear the Fin with the Shorty as well.
Can Waylay adjust for the height? Sexy Beast
doesn't know. Just wait.
She just backed
now
off.
She knows.
Smart play.
No.
And just gets a little bit of damage off of Waylay. However, it looks like they may be trying to think that, they're going to be pushing B. However, I think Troy's going to be trying to switch here. Creep with the Marshall. God on the Marshall.
It seems they're pushing A with just Chamber alone.
Brim able to pick off Melon. However, does Fear the Fin know that they just passed by an enemy combatant? And yes, they do. It looks like
Creep with a
flick. However, Waylay is Waylay just dropped back off from heaven. if anyone's been around since freshman year, they know that Creep is godlike on the Marshall. In heaven right now, he is smoked off. Fear the Finn and Ari pushing from spawn here. Looks like they're playing pretty passive, trying to go for the flash, peeking into showers, trying to peek down into main. However, they don't see anyone. And it looks like they just keep... Garrett with the double kill on the judge for a Fear the Finn and Ari. Creep on a 4v1 with a Marshall. I mean, I'm not someone to say that it's not possible, but it's not possible.
No. Especially when they know that he's sitting up there.
Especially when they know.
Really tough.
I think they kind of have to respect it after that flick that we just saw. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's completely understandable. However, Point Park is going to be going for the buy here. I mean, they have to. They kind of have to force the buy here.
They need to stop the bleeding before it, turns into like a fatal wound.
Yeah.
The way I see it.
So, I mean, I believe this is Troy's bonus round. I still have a hard time understanding the round structure. I'm a Rocket League player. I don't really play that much Valorant. It's fun, but I try not to think of. However, Creep does get tagged just a little bit from their chamber. Chamber backs off. However, he may re-peek again. They're trying to get that orb early. And again, Troy's just going for a split push, trying to test Point Park's defenses right now. Melon dropped to just a singular health, maybe below 5. Sexy Beast protecting that shower peek from Squiddy. However, Squiddy may able to get a random peek off on Melon. Creep trying to see if he can get something else here. Melon on 6 health with 25 shields. Melon throwing out the boom bot. However, I don't think they know. Oh,
Garrett pushing in hard with the judge.
Incredibly risky from Garrett. However, it does pay off. Now into showers. Now they know someone's in the showers. However, Creep is pushing up into B long, trying to protect it. But
Sexy Beast should know that. Oh, he picked up the Vandal.
And Sexy Beast, even though with the time, Ari is able to get the pick on Squiddy, but Spectre is able to get the pick on Finn. It's a 4v2 right now.
They have Waylay and Chamber low though. This is good. 2v3.
This is absolutely
2 of them low,
doable.
spike down.
And Ari's able to get the pick on Brim, and they're both low health.
Yes.
One out of 1 tap and another possibly out of 2 tap. And again, this is both the seniors here, Ari, Cast, and Creep. We've both seen what they can do. They are both clutch players. How do they play with each other? Ari coming from heaven. They're able to peek into lamps early. However, I don't think they're going to be peeking so early, are they? No. It looks like they're just going to be playing what they have been for the last couple rounds. Sitting one deep in main and sitting the other one in lamps and just kind of playing around that. They do smoke off the bomb. And it looks like Creep is going to be able to try to get the plan off. And Ari,
and the last one rotates around and Ari gets the last one.
Oh,
4 from Ari there.
In just enough time. Point Park.
Wow.
Absolute masterclass of playing down to the last millisecond.
I mean, that's just the experience from Ari and Creep there, I believe.
Absolutely.
That synergy between those two players is incredible to see.
The chemistry, the experience, I mean, I don't know what you could possibly want more out of that. I mean, the way they expertly played around the time, and they knew that they were, at least one of them was going to go on the flank once it's in deep A main. I mean, I called it out, but they already knew from the rounds past.
I like the quote, "Are you not entertained?" Like, how could you not be entertained with this? This is great showing from Point Park.
And again, it looks like another split push here. However, Point Park only needs 3 more rounds. Creep is heavily pushed up, but just pulls out the flash not in the correct time. Sexy Beast able to escape with her life, able to trade out for Creep while only sustaining a little bit of damage, able to still bring her back to full health with her wall. So you know what? Point Park 4-on-4, and Waylay had their ult too. So taking her out of this round here, I think it's an expertly played trade there by Sexy Beast.
Seems like Troy's just playing really slow here. I mean, Point Park doesn't need to do anything. Maybe get another pick, and then, they can kind of decide this game right here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if they just play passive, because if they just play defense, not try to play offense on defense, but play defense, I mean, that's how they're going to do. But are they going to be able to, they peek and just they save their life, their Brim, not able to pick Ari off. However, Ari may think that they're going to be trying to go for an late A push here. Fear the Finn alone on a 2v1. It will get the pick on 1. It will get the pick on 2. It's a 4v2. And it looks like they're going to be rotating back to A. Squiddy does get the pick on Sexy Beast. They do have control in the shower. Now it's a 3v2. Ari all alone on A site. I think they know. And yes, okay, looks like Ari just gets picked by the Brim. However, Fear the Fin trying to just save their life, going for this plan here. Fear the Fin going to go for the peek here. Melon. Just takes some damage off Squiddy. It's a 2v1. Troy has done the impossible, and they ult showers, able to bring Fear the Fin down to 81 health. Sorry, it's a 2v1. Fear the Fin. Brim at full health. Sky down at 30, 40 lower. Fear the Fin drops. Brim gonna be pushing from Sours. However, Sky might flash. Brim gonna be peeking. And Fear the Fin not able to get off spike in time. Unfortunate.
About Valorant, that's just something so tough to me, is like knowing when to like fake the defuse on defense or like, stick it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it is a gamble, I mean, you want to try at least half it and maybe even fake for the full, but, most people are going to be peaking by them. But, I mean, Point Park, they were at a 4v2 advantage, and it quickly became a 2v1 disadvantage. Point Park still up 4 rounds, by the way. So we still have control over the game in the series right now. However, again, Troy, they're just not letting it down easy. However, Point Park is going for an early flank into their spawn. Melon able to get a quick pick on Viper. However, do they know one is in showers? It looks like they go to flash in showers. Yeah. However, they may have missed the Sky. Sky's peeking, and Creep is able to one-tap with the Sheriff. 5v3 right now, and they're buying bandits and sheriffs, and now they have 2 vandals. However, now they know that all 3 are going to be pushing into B. Garrett able to pick off Fear the Fin. Ari going to be trying to push up early. However, Ari does get the dink off, but not enough. Garrett picks off Ari, and it's a 3v3 again for Point Park.
Creep seeming to go back through our spawn.
However, Koiva, their chamber is locked down long, and Creep with Valorant timing. The smoke drops. However, Sexy Beast goes down. They push. And Troy, I mean, as much as the flowers I give to Point Park and how they're able to stay resilient and keep playing no matter how many are down, it looks like we're going to be going for a timeout. Troy is able to also keep up with them and say, you know what? We may be down on a 3v5, but we're going to make it a 3v0 and kill everyone on your team.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of tough rounds back-to-back from Point Park. I don't mind this timeout from us. I think we were just getting like a little overzealous is the word I would say, is just being getting those early picks and, having that advantage early on. I think maybe we just got a little aggressive, and I think that we're just trying to talk it out, really get our game plan down, get our communication up. We're still have a 3-round buffer. I'm not worried in my Point Park Valorant here. I think, we can seal this out. We're playing really well. I think there's just a couple of moments that we just kind of like lose focus, or maybe don't have the right communication or the right rotations, or especially the Valorant timing. I mean, it's been haunting us. Maybe we can get some of that this round.
I mean, I think just it's one of those things that, you're just going to drop a couple rounds. I mean, again, there's a reason why Troy is the 2nd seed, These games are not supposed to come easy. These games are supposed to be fought till the death. Not literally, but,
But until
mentally,
sudden death.
Yeah, they're supposed to be incredibly hard. And you know what? I mean, this is going to be adding to the story for Point Park. And so, you know what? I mean, I think it's completely fine. And some of those rounds, Troy just simply outplayed them. And you know what? It happens. However, Point Park, again, has the experience to say, you know what? You may have outplayed this for 1, 2, 3 rounds in a row, however it may be. But you know what? We're going to come back stronger, smarter, and just be able to adjust. And taking a quick time here, sponsor Red Bull. Absolutely love it.
I mean, it's incredible.
Keeps me hydrated, keeps me energized, and, it keeps me be able to play Rocket League.
I mean, a lot of people say it gives you wings.
I mean, that's not what I say, but I do hear that too. Melon and Hookah right now. However, Fear the Fin, watching them push out of tree here, is he going to be able to get the pick off on either the chamber or the Waylay. Waylay down to 50 health from the grenade. Fear the Fin knows that they're in that corner trying to pop into the molly. However, the molly is not able to reach the Waylay. However, Fear the Fin does know that they're pushing for trees. Sexy Beast getting picked off by Viper in showers. Are they going to be looking to rotate? And yes, they are. They're going to be looking for the A push here. However, it looks like their Waylay is going to be going for the flank here back into our spawn. I don't think we know what's going on. They're sticking into showers. Melon
unaware.
Melon re-push from Hookah into B and gets picked up by Waylay. They have to know that one is pushing from spawn. They got to look around, and now they know. Creep. Waylay just distracting. She doesn't even have to push, but she is going to. Creep. Are they going to get the pick? But they don't know. Chamber's coming from the side. This is not good from Point Park. Fear the Fin able just to get the trade out. Point Park, in an unfortunate circumstance, yet again, Troy expertly playing. However, Fear the Fin does not care. He's trying to level it out, trying to equalize. Now it's down to a 3v2. Fear the Fin.
And their brimstone is low.
Pushing in. Confidence, poise. Pushing up, get the headshot on the chamber, going for the defuse. However, and they just pick off Fear the Fin and Ari. I mean, pretty much at the same time.
A little unfortunate timing. I think Troy's playing it pretty well here. They have a lot of ults ready to pop.
That's very true.
And I'm tempted to see if they use them this round or if they decide to get in within one and then use them.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing at least I'm noticing is that Fear the Fin, he's going to have to try and adjust how he plays the post plan, especially when he's going to be.
It looks like we're going ghosts and shotguns.
Yeah, I mean, because they know that he likes to stick the plant, so they know that they just need to swing maybe a little bit around halfway through the plant. However, Fear the Fin playing in tree with the shotgun. Waylay's going to be peeking him. However, Fear the Fin, not able to shoot in time. Waylay able to get the first pick again. Now they know Waylay is on site here. Melon only with a ghost. It looks like they're not going to be trying to play ults here. Maybe save them for the next round. Melon trying to push through smoke and gets picked off in chamber inside Point Park. Down to a 5v3 again. Down to a 5v1. Waylay able to get the 2k, 3k onto Sexy Beast and Creep, and then Point Park got shut out there.
Yeah, really unfortunate there. It looks like we're going by this round to try and stop this bleeding that's been going on. I mean, I think we've gotten one round on defense, and Troy's been attacking very well.
And just a little bit of an update. Valorant Green also playing on Bind. Bind just happens to be a very, very notorious map for Point Park in the good sense. They're tied 7-7 right now.
Creep with a pick. Creep with 2 picks.
Okay.
Huge.
Creep and Melon
great blind
the pie.
with the
However,
bird
Sexy
there.
Beast gets picked off in tree. However, Ari, if she just peeks back out, she can get a pick from someone rotating into B long, and she just misses it. Now they have control. However, Fear the Fin does know someone's in our backside.
Creep trying to push backside early.
Waylay down to 1 health. Chamber just watching Hookah on the box. Creep playing close smoke. They know that they're going to be trying to... Creep has an incredible chance here to do something. Creep and Melon.
Boom bomb.
Oh, he gets the one with the boom bot. However, an expert and Melon takes significant damage. However, again, now it's down to a 3v2. Really manageable here. Creep trying to dog out. Gets expert timing with Ari. Down to a 3v1. Now they know last one's in Hookah. Chamber. 3v1. Gets the pick on the Melon. They just have to play around time here.
Creep diffusing. Beautiful.
Incredible play from Point Park here. I mean, it looked like it was kind of going uphill for us, back downhill, but you know what? We kind of took control and we finished with the round win. I mean, Troy, they're not a team to be misunderstood, to be, downtrodden. You can't just underestimate them.
Yeah, they've really shown themselves late here in this game. This game 1. I mean, they're showing why they're the number 2 seed. I mean, they're showing their experience, and they're not just to be pushed over very early either.
Absolutely. I mean, Valorant and any other esport that we talk about, Rocket League or League of Legends, it's a game of adjustments. What can you do to throw the other team off their game plan? And it looks like Point Park is electing to sit too close into the little cubby there. However, Waylay going to pop out. However, Creep does get the pick off. He does throw the flash, and it looks like they're going to be trying to drop off here, and they do. That could have been disastrous if Waylay popped it a little bit sooner and caught them both there. But you know what? I mean, it absolutely worked out. Their Viper popping ult into showers. Creep now knows. Spectre able to get the pick on Melon when he peeks early. Spectre playing D a little bit more deeper outside of showers. However, Sexy Beast, do they know that their Chamber is going to be able to peek Sexy Beast?
Sexy
Get
Beast,
the
yes!
pick on Chamber. Now it's a 4v3. However, we cannot underestimate them. Now they know that they're going to be pushing it aside here. Waylay able to get picked off by Creep. Do they know 1 in 7? No, they
with
don't.
one.
It's a 4v1 for Point Park here.
I mean, their Sky has their ult, but it's not going to help them here.
No, Fear the Fin. Just playing deep in the side. Now they know. Fear the Fin going to be pushing up from... Now, oh, Creep? Do they know?
Yes.
Creep gets the 3K. 1 round away from a game 1 win on Bind against Troy Trojans here. This is going to be in a very important round. I don't even have to say that for the audience at home or for you. I mean,
Yeah.
we know this is going to be important. Point Park looking great on the eco. I mean, Troy doesn't look that bad either. They still have a
Now,
decent amount
Troy
of money here.
still might throw the kitchen sink at us. They do have all 5 of their ults.
This is going to be...
This will be a really, really tough round because they're not going to go out without a fight.
Yeah. This might be a disaster film, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to look away. And it looks like they're going to be 4 pushing onto A with 1 looking into B, 3 pushing onto main, and Viper pushing into showers. However, it looks like we're electing to try to be very aggressive through hookah.
Maybe to try and get early picks so they can't use their ults.
Which is smart.
I don't mind it.
Absolutely smart. However, I think they now know that... And Creep able to get the pick on Brim.
Yes.
However, they're able to trade out. And Sexy Beast able to get the pick on Sky. Fear the Fin. Chamber doesn't know he's coming from behind.
Oh.
Gets a pick on Sexy Beast. And gets Fear the Fin. Trades out 3v2.
3v2 here.
Honestly,
now we don't need to do anything crazy.
Troy has to pop their ults here. If they lose this, they can't use them anymore, and they drop game 1. I would not be surprised if Waylay pops ult onto B and tries to get early push, maybe an early pick,
Now
and just be able to plant.
Does Finn know that Waylay's behind?
Their Viper needs to link up with their Waylay. Fear the Fin all by himself. Yeah, he will get the pick on Garrett. Troy Trojans, a misplay. Point Park, 3v1.
3v1, have the spike.
30 seconds away from winning game 1 of the semifinals against Troy Trojans. Fear the Fin playing early up in hookah, goes for the early swing, able to back off, drops the molly, playing time.
Perfectly executed.
Playing shorty on top of the box. Viper trying to throw the molly. However, Viper in a bad situation.
Finn
knows he's on top, drops back. However, 10 seconds, all they have to do to play time. Melon dropping back. Ori's behind him. Ori going to go for the pick. Not enough time. Melon going to swing. Yes. And Ori finishes it 13-9. Point Park against Troy Trojans.
Really great from Point Park there. Ups, downs, a roller coaster of emotions.
Absolutely incredible. And I will say, I do have to step out for just a minute. I got to be able to set up green so we can go to green real quick. So I'll be back in just a minute.
Wow, really great stuff from Point Park there. Yeah, 13-9, you know, it looked really good for us early on. You know, when we were attacking, we were playing really well. And maybe we just underestimated Troy. And when they got in the attack, you know, being 9-3 down, at a point it became 10-8. And it was getting, you know, a little, you know, scary for Point Park there. But, you know, I think our experience and everything pulled through there. You know, some really, really great picks. I think for game 1 MVP, I think it's got to go to Creep. I think he played incredible. He got some Valorant timing on some unfortunate deaths from him, but other than that, I mean, I think just our experience from our two seniors is really showing for Point Park.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we're going to be going into game 1 on Bind for Point Park Valorant Green. It looks like they're down 2 rounds. A little bit kind of out of the norm for what we're seeing here for Point Park Green. Typically, they win their matches by very crazy totals. But Atlantic University, I mean, they also swept their quarterfinals matchup. I think they won, what, 13-8, 13-9, something like that?
13-8 game 1, 13-9 game 2. They were undefeated.
Undefeated. So, I mean, Point Park Green they're going to be really testing themselves here. Down 2 rounds, a lot of ults for both teams. However, Angel able to get the pick on a Gecko, pushing him. However, do they know? Now they know. Jets on top. Jets in heaven. Colin, you got to peek to the right. Gets picked off, and now down to a 4v4. Just again, Neon pops ult, goes into showers. D trying to survive here. She's gonna get flashed. No, she's not. She's able to survive, but Neon is able to pick off D, and Chamber is able to pick off Viper. Down to a 4v2. Angel and Muzzle Jetty. Now it's just Angel. Angel all alone in lamps. He's gonna get peeked from multiple people from multiple different sides. He's got to start using his util. Angel gets the pick on one, but not able to go on to Meeks here. Point Park down 3 rounds on defense. Or sorry, on offense, my bad.
Seems here in, like, you know, pretty middle of the game that, you know, like, it seems like we were down, what is that, 7-2?
Yeah, 7-2.
And we flipped it and tied it up 7-7 is what I was hearing.
So, I mean, that looks really good from Point Park, but I don't know if it's going to be it. Sorry.
Can Point Park Gold get a late surge in this game 1?
Yeah, I mean, again, the hard part about Point Park Green is they're also primarily all freshmen, with the exception for D, I believe, who, well, started their rookie semester last semester, so technically still a rookie for all intents and purposes here. And it's kind of hard for them to really be able to play with experience like we saw from Gold, from Ari, from Creep, and, you know, kind of missing that little bit of leadership. But you know what? I think Point Park Green does have a chance with Dynamits, able to pick off Colin Kendall and able to pick off Muzzle Getty. Now it's down to a 5v3. Point Park Green here. I mean, they got to start bringing up something here because, I mean, it's not looking so good. D trying to push into lamps here. However, 2 still on main. Do they think that they're going to be trying to go for the rotate onto B? I think they do. Meek's going for a little bit early. However, he does change in mind. Underdog. We've seen a lot of progress from him. However, we're going to have to see a lot more if we want to start winning back some rounds. However, now they know D's in lamps. They're going to have to respect it.
I think D there should have maybe waited for that Gecko maybe to go and retrieve.
Oh, and it looks like Point Park does go for the rotate. However, Chamber is in B long. D does get the pick on Neon, still on A side, goes for the teleport now. However, Angel able to get the pick on Chamber. Do they know what's coming from Lamps? No, they don't. Jet able to pick off Underdog. Meek's able to pick off Angel again.
Oh,
and Point Park drops it.
unfortunate there.
I mean, I'm not trying to sound mean or anything, but Point Park really dropped the ball there. They had it down to a 3v3, and I mean, they were looking pretty good. And again, it looks like Point Park is going to be electing to take a timeout. I mean, we haven't seen much from this game, and so we don't really know. But it really looks like their Chamber and their Meeks tend to be the kind of core of their team. You know, that's kind of what everything runs through. And Point Park, I mean, I don't know if they've made their adjustments so far, but so far, down 12-8. They were down 7-2. It looks like they had an incredible halfway of the match where they took a lot of rounds there, but I don't know. Now for the last 5 rounds, they've kind of started to simmer down again.
I mean, essentially they have to win out because, you know, if they get 12-12, then it's sudden death.
Absolutely. Well, no, they have to do more than win out. They have to win 4 rounds just to be able to do there, and then win 2 more rounds on top of that, which is winning out, yes. But, I mean, this is a pretty unfortunate.
I don't not see it happening.
No.
I would really like to see it happen.
We've seen crazier things.
There's definitely been crazier things.
Yeah.
I don't think being down 4 rounds, but with these freshmen it being match point in their game 1 of semifinals, does this put more pressure onto them? Does this do they rise above the pressure or do they crumble? You know, these are the kind of moments that you strive to play for.
Yeah, I mean, and another thing that for just a little bit of context for everyone home, last year, Point Park, Muzzled
Oh.
Yeti peaks into showers, gets picked off by Chamber. Last year, they were also in the semifinals against the one team that they lost to in the regular season, Louisiana State Shreveport, and they lost in a sweep 2-0. And now they're trying to prevent a repeat from happening, but Point Park is going to have to do a lot here. They got to start using some of their ults. They cannot save them. D able to get the pick on Meeks, important, and D is able to trade off for Colin again.
And D gets picked.
And yes.
Oh, and Angel uses their ult.
Underdog
2v2 here.
Able to peek with Angel. Aim Labs Angel. Can he clutch it up for here for Point Park? Do they know that one is going to be pushing from Hookah? However, it looks like they're electing to go for the teleport, and it looks like Jet knows, and it looks like they're going to be trying to rotate early. Jet may just get into heaven on time to try and catch them off guard, but do they know? Underdog going for the plant. Angel sees them up top. However, not able to finish him off. Gecko does pop the roll. However, Underdog able to stop it. Gecko going for the flash. Underdog. Angel was flashed. Angel just barely, just getting some damage, and he gets picked up by the, he gets picked up by the Molly. Underdog able to get the pick on Jet. It's a 1v1. Gotta play time. And what an expert Molly from Underdog going into Lambs. Gecko can't see him. Underdog, you gotta push up now.
Shoot him through the box.
He can shoot through the box.
Yes.
Puts him down to 66. Goes for the reload. However, he gets off. Underdog, he's playing this expertly. Underdog, gonna go for the pick. Oh, it's a straight battle, and it doesn't matter. He wins the round.
Just bought off enough time for that bomb to go off. Very, very well played there.
I mean, again, I can't give more love to Underdog because whenever we saw him playing from the beginning of just this semester to now, I mean, he's been able to progress so much more than anyone else is expected from this green roster. He played the post plant expertly with the Molly off the wall down onto bomb.
Would Underdog be Kago?
Yes.
It would be.
Yes.
Well done, Kago. I didn't know his username, but very well done from Kago there.
But you know what?
Very smart.
The thing as well is Point Park was able to clutch it down. I think it was a 3v4 matchup, and they only used one ult.
Yeah, Angel was the only one to use their ult, and it's not a bad ult to use.
Whoa, 4 pushing main, Colin pushing from shower. However, Chamber with the op. However, it looks like D is going to try and pick him off through lamps. Not able to get a single touch on him. Gecko, it does get picked off by Colin through the wall. Colin now has possession of sight. They know that Jet is up top. Colin is going to be using his ability, forcing Jet off heaven now. Chamber.
They know one's lamps.
And now they're going for the plant. This is very, very strong position here from Point Park. And they don't have to force anything. But Meek does pick off Colin. And D is able to force the Chamber out. Does get a lot of damage onto Neon, however, not able to finish it off. Muzzle did you have to rotate back to sight. Meeks able to pick 2. Throwing the paranoia, and he gets picked off by Neon.
Oh.
Muzzled Yeti was watching for the flank, but they were all on site. I don't know if no one made the call or no one told him, but I mean, absolutely unfortunate. I will say, though, I don't think it's over for the green team. And I don't think...
Another 13-9. I mean, these are great matches that we're seeing here.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think it's over. And I don't think it's even close.
No. What they say, the fat lady has not sung her song yet.
Not yet. But you know what? Point Park Gold is going on to map 2 for Haven, which, again, has been historically a great map for some Point Park Valorant. Point Park Green should not be mad or upset with how they played. Not at all. I think they played incredibly well coming back from a 7-2, trying to force it back into, an overtime play. And you know what? It does happen. That anxiety does start to creep in, and some people forget, what's kind of going on, and they kind of get nervous. And you know what? I think if they just take a little bit of time, step back, recuperate, and be able to kind of have some wise words said from some of the seniors here, like from Creep or Ari or even Fear the Fin. He's been really coming into himself a lot as sort of like a leader,
He really
like a
has.
secondary leader. So hopefully, oh, and it looks like someone from the other team has disconnected and reconnected, so that's not going to be changing much here. However, Point Park on defense on Haven.
Does that mean they're using cheats if they're disconnecting and reconnecting?
Mod ban him. Ban him, mods.
Ban him, chat.
However, it looks like they're going to be going for a full push here onto the B side.
Ari, great.
However, Ari, and they're able to get 2 picks off back to back. Ari able just to tickle.
One's close.
They're going for the flash. However, they know that Omen's there. Ari just tickle him a little bit, and they're
Trying to widen that peak.
And Ari picks him off. Fear the Fin able to push him off. However, Creep is coming from behind.
Yes.
Now he gets a pick, and Creep able to finish it off a flawless.
Beautiful from Point Park there on defense.
And I don't know if anyone heard it from home, but Fear the Fin was exclaiming, "We did our homework." So you know what that means. Somehow, Point Park knew what they were going to do, and they played around it. Point Park expertly played there on defense. Because, I mean, again, I don't think people realize that a full push onto B first round on the pistol is highly unlikely.
Yes.
Highly unlikely. And Point Park did their homework. They made a bet. It looks like they're going to be a full 5 push in the garage. Fear the Fin trying to get some picks. Gets a pick on 1. He may get the pick on 2. Oh, gets
almost
the pick
switches
on 3.
to his secondary and gets another.
However, KJ
Ari with another.
Ari trying to look away. Ari, no! Flick back on the Phoenix. Omen, gonna push back.
There.
Omen, don't do it.
Don't do it.
No. Omen got sent back with 1 health by Ari, and Creep finishes off with a bandit.
Finn, Ari, and Creep must have done some type of homework because they have read them like a book these first 2 rounds.
Expertly played by Point Park here, both from everyone involved. I mean, you could tell Point Park, I mean, they're bringing that momentum from the beginning on Bind to now the beginning on Haven.
So now Troy is like, now they're like, they knew exactly what we were doing 2 rounds in a row. Now they're a little flustered.
Yeah, and it looks like they're just going for a standard split push here. And again, they did that on Haven. They got punished. Melon trying to pick off 1. Garrett able to pick off Creep here. Point Park now back on the back foot, but not entirely here. Troy trying to punch Point Park in the mouth with the first 2 rounds, but Point Park punched back, bit their ankles, tore their kneecaps off. Point Park here, down a player. However, we've seen them come back from these kind of positions.
Seems that Troy's making a late rotation to C.
Looks like they're also taking space on A. However, Sexy Beast able to get a headshot.
The Marshall.
With the Marshall, peek again. Fear the Fin knows.
Don't do it.
Looks like Sexy Beast does get smoked off. Omen trying to take space here. However, Aricast does know that KJ's, or does she know? I think she does. Melon able to get a headshot through the wall on Sova. Who are you? Omen able to pick off Sexy Beast after a beautiful headshot and able to pick off Fear the Fin. Ari able to get a headshot on the Corva, picking up a Phantom 2v2. Melon go for the flash, but they're sitting deep side. Ari going for the flank. They're going to be one going to be sitting in cubby, one going to be sitting intro into side. However, Melon going to be trying to push into garage, clearing garage, and it looks like
if Ari can push in, they're both cubby.
I don't think they know. Ari looking to push here. However, I'm bored is covering the flank. Oh, and now they know that one's behind. They're going to send out Paranoia. Now they don't know.
And now Melon can go for the spike.
Ari just runs out of bullets. However, they both 1 health. Melon is going to have to fake the spike here. Heard the teleport. Oh, in an unfortunate position. Does he have enough time to do what he wants to do? I don't think he does.
No.
He does get a pick on Neon, and he does elect to go for the save here.
Oh, but he couldn't get out of the bomb.
It was an expertly planned flank from Arya. I'll give you that, but sometimes it's just unfortunate with
I think the experience for Melon that their Omens like fake teleport there really threw him off because I think he could with both of them being low.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get faked out by that, he could probably have just stuck out the defuse.
I would say typically we've seen some very expert plays on an Ari flank, being able to kind of control her timing, control when she decides to attack. And unfortunately, she just attacked a little bit too early. However, Neon is going to go for a fast push here, gets the pick on Melon, who was trying to get the orb. And now they're down 4-5 again. Neon on top of box. Does Creep know when that smoke drops? Creep maybe getting into battle here with Neon. Neon just playing around the wall.
Creep, push back.
Creep knows
Creep
that
knows.
she's there. She drops down. Creep, unfortunate power and timing, sends the shock dart out. Creep gets stunned a little. However, I think he's trying to peek early, gets the pick
Good
on one,
pick.
tries to get the A transfer.
Not a bad trade there.
Not a bad trade, but again, it looks like they're gonna be. I mean, they completely
go
went out of A, and it looks like
Back
Point
to
Park.
C.
Yeah, it looks like Point Park is taking the bait here. Ari just going to be sticking mid, looking for anyone going here. However, if she just pushes up a little bit, which she is, she's maybe going to find that Sova. Sova, does that Sova know? Ari does know, but they popped the wall just in time. It looks like they're KJ going through Garage and Sova. Now they have full control of C-Site. Sexy Beast has to rotate now. Point Park in an unfortunate position here, 4v3. It is not impossible. However, do they know someone's going to be holding that core into Garage? KJ watching for the flank. Ari trying to see if she could pick off the Sova in Garage. Looks like they're trying to distract each other. Ari able to get the headshot, and Ari
And another
able
one.
to get the KJ.
The back turn.
No, it's a 3v2. The luck has turned for Point Park.
And
Sexy
one
Beast-
cubby and one trying to flank.
One's on the flank through Garage. It looks like they're trying to retake space.
Sexy Beast
on
with the push from Neon.
Sexy Beast able to pick it off.
And the last one's pushing through Garage.
And now they know. Ari's going to pick up. It gets the 3K. Oh.
Incredible.
Don't count Point Park out. I mean, I know we said that for Troy, but say that for Point Park too. They were down, 5v4, 4v3, and they just swung it around.
Incredible.
Absolutely incredible. Ari casts with an 8-2-2 record. Everyone going positive right now. And Troy, I mean, Troy is still in a strong position here, but Point Park is currently in control. And again, it looks like they're going to be going for a standard split push here, just kind of throwing out the tentacles, see what happens, and trying to see if they can make some adjustments. And again, I think this is kind of where Troy has been able to really kind of show their prowess, be able to kind of take an early pick. And Melon thrown down to 30 health by I'm Bored in Ari Cass, sorry, not Muzzle Yeti. Ari Cass able to get picked off, sorry, geez Louise, by KJ in mid. I mean, just as I was saying, this is kind of the expert here from Troy. They're able to just kind of spread around, and Creep gets broken angles by Neon. Point Park down to a 5v2. And Melon just get picked off by KJ in the mid. And so far, this is just not a round for Point Park. They don't want to be here. Point Park, Fear the Finn, all by himself with a shorty. Gets the pick on one. Gets the pick on two. He's going to try and get out. Do they think he's going to re-peek? Get the pick on the KJ, and he gets shark darted by Sova. A valiant effort by Fear the Finn. But as I was saying, Troy is very good at just kind of spreading around the map and just trying to play around the timing, trying to play around, can we get a quick pick? And we saw that for the last couple rounds now. And that is something Point Park has to make an adjustment for. Point Park still up in one round. However, it looks like they're going to be trying to go for a save here with Troy going for the full buy. What is the experience from Creep and Ari going to look like here? How is it going to come out? What is going to happen? Looks like they're going to be going for a 4-man push through A with KJ through mid. However, Ari does watch mid. It looks like they're going to be meeting here. However, Creep down into sewers, and he gets picked off. Sexy Beast able to pick off that Phoenix, but it doesn't entirely matter. Sexy Beast gets paranoid, throws out the stun. 5v3. Now it's a 5v2 for Point Park. Garrett on a massacre right now. Spike down. Point Park has to pull something out of their bags of magic tricks. Fear the Finn in heaven. Does he know where to look? Melon able to dodge the stun, but Spectre able to pull off Fear the Finn off the map. Melon 5v1 tries to go for the swing, and unfortunately, this is not Rainbow Six Siege. When you move, your bullets go everywhere. Unfortunate here from Point Park. Troy Trojans.
I think we could really use this next round because I mean their economy is looking pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking very good. I mean, Point Park, they're going to have to try and force the buy here to stop the bleeding, you know? I mean, I think they're going to have to try and play really defensive here and not just try to go for their peaks because, I mean, as I was saying earlier, Troy is really good at just kind of playing around the timing and being able to kind of force them into these weird positions where they get the pick and Creep falls into the trap for KJ. It just seems like Troy is just on it this map. They're just kind of switching to the heads. Faster reaction times. Point Park having a hard time adjusting. 2, pushing from sewer here. However, Sexy Beast staying in the smoke. Melon still on C side. Ari still on B. Ari gets the pick on KJ in mid. However, Neon's going to be pushing through main here. 3 pushing from sewers. Is Sexy Beast able to get a pick here? Able to kind of equalize. Gets the pick on 1, but gets traded out by I'm bored. Fear the Finn in the smoke. Yes. Gets a pick on Phoenix. And gets
Neon
shorted by Neon. It's a 2v2. However,
Melon.
Ari casts 1 health. Melon pops out. Tries to clear hell. Goes for this flash. It gets the pick on the Neon. And now they know they're either all the way back in main or all the way in the sewer. Ari, does she have another
Sets up
smoke?
the wall.
Yes, she does. And it looks like Ari's going to be going for the... Oh, Phoenix.
Yeah.
And Ari able to flick.
Beautiful there.
Absolutely beautiful post-plant play from Point Park. I mean, it kind of, not to say like, again, we would have saw what we saw the last 2 rounds with Troy just kind of taking charge, but I mean, Point Park, they made their adjustments.
Big round for Point Park there. Really big round.
Absolutely big round. I mean, another thing I also do want to touch on as well is this Point Park team, there's never just one carry, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a map to map. Like if one player's not playing so well, everyone else elevates the cover, you know?
Now I want to watch out for this. Creep is going Marshall here.
Double Marshall from Sexy Beast and... Oh, never mind.
Went Ghost instead. Late last second chance.
Teasing us with the Marshall. I wanted to see a headshot,
Creep,
but you know what?
peeking C long.
It's okay.
3 C long.
Creep does get smoked out, does get Phoenix at half health. However, and Ari able to get the pick on KJ down outside of garage. Creep leaves Seaside for them to take, and Melon trying to peek,
Melon
trying to get the pick, and he doesn't. Point Park down to a 3v4. What just happened? Ari looking to try and take possession into garage, but just leaves it. Sexy Beast trying to clear out the back of sight.
Trying to push the other Neon.
Neon gets the pick. Ari gets the pick on the Phoenix. Shoot through the box.
Shoot. Yes.
Ari able to get the three-piece. It's a 2v2. Fear the Finn. He's at 1 health.
HP. You could breathe on him.
And Spectre trying to cover the spike. However, he doesn't hit anyone. Ari cast trying to go. I'm bored. Gets the pick on Fear the Finn. Ari cast trying to teleport out. Has full health.
Teleport
goes
back.
back into the smoke. But do they know? Ari going for the diffuser.
Yes! Oh my gosh! What a play!
They never expected the double teleport back on the site. Oh my gosh. Ari is just having their way with their minds. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Ari getting the 3-piece chicken McNugget. I don't know who would buy that. That's not enough. But getting the 3-piece and playing around with them.
And the double diffuse.
Stop playing with your food, Ari. We got a semifinals to win. Ari.
You already have the Happy Meal.
Again, Point Park up 5-3 here. We can't underestimate Troy here because we know that as much as we can make adjustments and as much as we're great with synergy and timing and, you know, all of the above, so is Troy. There is a reason why they are the 2nd seed here. Point Park playing it safe like they should. However,
Finn, unfortunate.
gets the pick on Fear the Fin. The 4v5, I mean, this story just keeps unfolding the same way over and over. Sexy Beast trying to push up into mid, seeing what they can kind of get out of here. However,
Melon in heaven.
do they know one's going to be pushing from window? Sexy Beast is going to be covering window here. However, they push out, and it looks like Sova from sewers. Now they know Creep is from sewers. Or sorry, Creep found the other Sova in sewers.
Seems they're going heavy A. Neon with the bomb.
And Creep able to get the pick on Neon. Incredible pick. Able to get the pick on...
Oh!
Able to get another pick. Equalizing the
low.
3v3.
Got
And
him
Phoenix is
half
at half. He can't heal himself.
Oh, Melon.
Oh, I'm bored. Gets the pick on Melon. Sexy Beast and Ari cast. Sexy Beast equalizes it to a 2v2. Rushing into sight. Ari drops into hell. No one's there. And it looks like they rotated all the way to C.
Did Omen teleport?
I may have teleported. Oh, I think he did actually. Never mind. No. No, he didn't. He just simply rotated. However, do they know that they're not playing sight? Ari, I think, is suspicious of something. They're just checking every corner right now. What are they doing? It looks like they're going to be playing for the KJ ult here. KJ's going to be trying to plant there, so then they can't go for the defuse. Sexy Beast does pop ult, trying to clear sight. I think they didn't know that they're not on sight, and now they know where they are. Ari trying to go for the diffuser, just sticking it. And unfortunately, this time...
I mean, low on time there. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate. I mean...
This time it just doesn't work. And I mean, you know what? I mean, again, kind of like what we said. I mean, Troy, they know how to make their adjustments just as much as Point Park does. And that's why they're such a dangerous team. And so again, I mean, as much as Point Park is great, we got to watch for Troy here. And it looks like they're going to be going for the full buy again in Point Park.
Seems like we're saving this round a little bit.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be going for the save.
I mean, I've seen crazier things. I mean, even on our save rounds, I've seen us take a round. And it seems they're going heavy into A site. And they're all on A site while we're going for 3 people on the flank.
Whoa.
And Creep with the Marshall. I mean...
However, Phoenix is peeking. Does Melon know that there's there? He does, and he gets the pick.
And Ari gets a pick
on one.
Creep gets a pick.
It's a headshot. It's a 2v2.
Creep through the smoke
flick. No. And it's a 2v1. However, it is Ari. And Ari is known as one of the most clutch players for Point Park. Ari throws the smoke, trying to clear sight lines, trying to give her a little bit more of a chance to try and pull this off. However...
with the shorty.
I mean, again, it's
tough.
really unfortunate. I mean, they played around the smoke. They played with the shorty. And when they heard her, stop with the alt walk or shift walk, sorry, they just kind of popped out of the smoke. And it's a 5v5 right now. I mean, as much as I want to win, I think this makes the matchup so much more fun to watch. I think we get to see kind of 2 titans of the conference, so to speak, and how they just kind of play around each other, and so I mean, this is kind of one of those series where you really don't know what's going to happen. However, Troy looking to go for a full 5 stack onto A. Can Point Park be able to recognize this? And it looks like they're going to be a little bit slow here. Troy taking their time, taking the space. Creep is sitting in the corner. Melon is sitting behind those boxes there, able to get picked out. However, Creep is able to get a headshot even though he's flashed. Melon getting peeked by Neon, able to get picked off. Creep, and he gets swung by both KJ and Neon. It's a 4v3, and they don't have sight control. However, Ari's up in heaven. 2 are down in the flank. Ari able to get the pick on KJ here. Ari watching for the flank down low, but it looks like they're not going to be pushing here. However, it looks like 2 of Troy is trying to push into sewers. 1, it looks like Point Park is pushing into site heavy here. 1's going for the defuse. Neon able to get the pick on 1. Fear the Fin gets off the plant. Goes for 1,
Ari,
but he gets picked off by Sova. Ari, 5 bullets. 2 bullets, Ari.
Reload.
Pick up another weapon. Tries to go for the smoke. However, Neon's up above. Ari going out. Gets the pick onto Sova. I think Ari does know. However, there's not much time.
Oh,
And Neon is just able to get a pick, and she's not just able to escape. I mean, the way that Troy is playing right now, they're playing an incredibly scrappy game of Valorant. I mean, the first, 5 rounds looked incredible for Point Park, but now, I mean, it's anyone's game.
I think they've kind of thrown Point Park off. I mean, Point Park had them read like a book those first couple of rounds, and like maybe they've switched up their style. It seems that, you know, that they're just all kind of pushing heavy together, and we're going for split pushes.
Yeah. I mean, another thing I'll say too is if I'm almost correct, this is the first lead of the entire series for Troy, and this
This
comes.
is true.
I mean, this comes into what, almost 40 rounds in. I'm bored, able to get the pick on Sexy Beast, who had the judge Creep all by himself on A, looking down, get the pick on the KJ. However,
With the killjoy
he
coming
gets
in,
the pick on Omen. He's gonna go try and destroy the ult, and yes, he does. It's now a 4v3 for Point Park. However,
Neon
they know where
pushing
he
in.
is. And now it's a 3v3. However,
now they're going for the rotation.
they're going for the rotation here.
Now they're probably gonna go
Oh,
through
however,
mid.
Ari's ready.
Ari's ready.
Ari gets the pick on the Garrett. However, she just teleports out in time. Sova wrapping around.
He's trying to go back through mid.
Ari's
Ari's got him.
Ari knows, but Fear the Fin takes it for himself. Fear the Fin.
Last one, trying to pick up the
Trying
bomb.
to get Squiddy. However, Squiddy trying to push up Fear the Fin is gonna
And
pick.
Finn.
And he gets the pick.
Huge round for
from
Point.
Point Park. Oh my god.
I mean, it's just a back and forth match here.
I'm gonna have to borrow some of my dad's blood pressure medicine because my blood pressure is going through the roof right now. I can't handle it. 6-6 tie for Point Park. As soon as Troy got a little bit of leverage with 1 round up on Point Park expertly played the round, made the adjustments, and now it's back to a tie, 6-6 with Point Park on offense. And it looks like for the green team, they're going to be playing out Lotus here. It's a 3-3 tie right now. Point Park Green down a game, and it looks like they're playing on defense. However, going back to gold against Troy Trojans. Squiddy pushing up early. However, Fear the Fin doesn't know Fear the Fin able to get picked off. However, Creep is able also to pick off Omen. Melon down to 31 health. Garrett able to pick off Sexy Beast.
And Creep.
Garrett has been a thorn in Point Park Gold's side for the entirety of this series. But can it be enough to swing the tides of fate? Ari cast, sitting close in the corner. Does she know Neon is there? Yes, she does, but she's not able to get the pick off. Garrett with the 3K, and Sova finishes it off with a pick on Melon. I mean, Troy, it just looks like it's just inevitable. It's just inevitable. I mean, it kind of bringing me back to Avengers Endgame, you know? It's just inevitable. There's nothing we can do. But again, Point Park won't give up that easy. It was just pistol round, and it looks like, well, looks like Troy's going to be going for the buy. And Creep, maybe on the Marshall here, which I am a fan of. I want to see. Don't sell it. Buy it, please. Just buy it.
Just buy it.
Thank you. So, Creep on the Marshall going down C long. However, there is no one on C. It looks like we're going to be 4 pushing up into B. However, Garrett is again going to get another pick on Fear the Fin. Troy has been incredible on their timing, on their 1v1s in fights, especially Garrett. Looks like they're going to be just kind of clear out garage. However, do they know Squiddy is there? They do
Squiddy's
pop
in the smoke.
and they're going to be pushing into C. However, Squiddy taking their time, waiting to push up through the garage.
Waiting for the rest of Troy to get over to C.
And it looks like Creep is going to be watching the flank here. However, no one's going flank. 2 are in garage right now. 3 are going from main.
Shot through
Spectre
the box.
able to pick off Sexy Beast through the box. However, it doesn't mean that it's over. Melon trying to get a pick. However, Melon and Ari got picked by 2 Bulldogs.
And with the Marshall here, 5v1, I mean,
You think it's a kennel right now. Creep, 5v1. They're just defusing the bomb, trying to kill him. However, he goes into cubby here with the Marshall. Tries to get the pick on to Garrett. However, again, Garrett with the 2K. Troy Trojans looking absolutely more than comfortable. More so just kind of dominating Point Park right now on the half.
I mean, I know we've been on the offensive, but like it just feels like we're kind of getting like stuck. Like we're just getting picked off early, and then we're pushing in, not with numbers.
Yeah.
We're getting kind of outworked, I feel, a little bit.
Yeah, and I'll just tell for everyone at home as well. After this round, we will be switching to the green game, but we will be switching back when the gold game will conclude. Right now, though, most important matter: Point Park Gold down 2 rounds on offense to the Troy Trojans, the number 2 seed. Point Park Gold, how are they going to make their adjustment here? I mean, again, we've seen Troy make the adjustments, change how they play, and Garrett on the Neon playing expertly in these gunfights. So, I mean, again, we really got to see how Point Park really switches it up here, because as much as we have experienced, Point Park, especially in Valorant, is a game of momentum. Who can carry it? And it looks like they're going to be trying to peek through the fence.
Sexy Beast gets the
pick on Garrett.
Yes.
A huge pick for Sexy Beast in the mid. Ari throwing smoke down into C long. They might be going for a C push.
Sexy Beast pushing in heavy.
Over.
Sexy Beast.
Oh, unable just to get the pick off. However, I don't know if they know that the enemy Phoenix that I can't remember their name is on the flank. He has a full. Oh, it is able to get creep so low.
Ari with the teleport.
Pick off creep. However, Melon is able to trade out. It's a 3v3 right now. Very even for the two sides. The Sova Dart does come out. However, Melon
Melon
goes
through
through
the smoke.
the smoke and gets picked up by KJ. However, Ari and Cubby fear the Finn with a pick on the Outlaw. Incredible smoke.
Huge pick.
Immortal trying to peek from the corner. And Fear the Finn
tags him.
Good in the half, and it's a 1v1. They're both one shot.
Yes!
Get the pick!
Huge!
7-8 Point Park, an incredible round pickup. However, right now, we are going to be switching to Point Park Green. And right now, it looks a little bit troublesome. Post-plant play here right now. Point Park on the green side here. Looks like they're playing for defense. What's he doing? Able to pick
Gets
up
one.
And Whale with the 2K. Angel left on Jet. Angel known for his aim. Battlebot pushing him, trying to get the pick. However, Angel's able to pick him off. However, Angel
He's able to get one.
just through his little smoke.
I don't think he has enough time.
I don't think he has enough time. He does pick the Jet, preventing the off pickup. However, does Angel know? Yes, he does. However,
Yes.
the pick on the get-go. No matter if we lost that round, Angel picks up 3 kills, dropping their eco, preventing the off pickup. Incredible play, especially from 3 bullets from Angel.
I think Point Park Green here, like, they're in a really good position here. I mean, from what I've seen so far, I mean, it seems like their shots are landing. I mean, they just need to play a little bit more together, some more communication. It looks like Atlantic's going for a heavy push on A. D and Collins sitting on C site. Do they know that they're heavy on A site? And they get a pick. They trade. D and Colin with the rotation through their spawn. Back to A site.
Point Park Green here in a difficult spot. Muscle Duty gets picked up. However, Colin Kendall is able to trade out. D and Colin both together. Underdog
Go through the gate.
with the off. D just kind of forcing here. However, Colin does get the headshot on the Jet. Get
With
the
the
shot on the get-go. Underdog going for the defuse with the van. Oh,
Yes!
but Colin, he can't get it in
No.
time. Colin Kendall with the 4K, but the ISO was just able to peek quicker and able to get the pick on Kago, preventing the defuse.
I mean, all I've been seeing here is that our shots are landing. It's just kind of our our rotations and our communication just not really gelling.
Yeah. And a quick update, Point Park has equalized it to 8-8 on Haven. We will be switching back here towards the end of that game. However, we want to show some love to our green team. Point Park Green down 2 rounds on Lotus. Colin Kendall looking really good for the team here. However, everyone else is going to have to step up if we really want a chance of winning this here.
Get out of my
Atlantic
way.
University, also similar to Troy, where they're no team to scoff at. Angel popping on early, sees that they're all 4 there. Point Park going to be trying to go for the rotate. Angel looks like he's going to likely to stay on site with ult. However, their Angel has, or their Jet has also popped ult. Angel versus the Phoenix. Where's the ISO? Get the pick on one. And picked up by Angel. Unfortunate timing. Underdog, is he going to drop here? Yes, he is. And Colin Kendall gets picked by Chambers.
Chamber with the hard peek.
D just trying to cover it here. Muscle Getty gets a pick on one. Trying to go out. Knows one's under. Whale gets the pick on Underdog.
Luke Reyna tries the blind.
Last player standing.
Oh, and Point Park goes going down. Point Park. I mean, honestly, at least from what I'm seeing, a lot of it is just unfortunate timing. And I don't know, it just doesn't seem like we're playing enough together, you know? It just kind of seems like we're like playing around each other, but not with each other, if that makes more sense, you know? And
I mean, it looks like they're going for another A push heavy.
Yeah,
I think it's been 3 rounds in a row that they've gone.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
And it looks like we're going for a little
Maybe
bit of a
C?
half buy, or at least as much as we can buy. And Dino Bits popping the chamber ult with the off. So this is going to be interesting here. Angel electing not to peek it. Very smart. However, 4 are pushed up onto C here. It looks like they're going to be trying to just bait out the rotate. However, Colin is sitting behind the little rock pile, and D is not too far away from him. So if they can expertly play this, they may have a chance. However, Colin's going to push
pushing
up. It looks like they're probably going for the fake. Colin's
Colin's gonna get picked out here. He gets a pick though. He gets
and
a
they
trade.
That's just important. And now they know that 4 are there. However, are they going to rotate? Point Park is not rotating, but they're taking space. Angel able to get the pick on Chamber, but do they know 3 are on C? And D just gets pulled into an all with ISO, not able to finish it off. It's a 3v3.
Now they know that they're C.
Spike planted.
I mean, this is a very balanced choice of play here for Point Park. And again, it looks okay. It looks like Muzzle Jetty going to pop out with full util. Kago trying to force them off spike here. Gecko trying to push for Kago. Kago decides to push off. Tries to throw another smoke down. Looks like we're throwing some util. Muzzle Jetty trying to go up. Gets picked by Jet. It's a headshot.
He's low.
Underdog goes
Reload.
into the molly. Dark Moon able to pick off Angel. It's a 3v1.
Blinded.
ISO with a 4K. It's a disaster from Point Park Green.
Switching sides.
I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's just kind of a disaster right now for Point Park. They've dropped 5 rounds
I wonder if
in a row.
Colin there gave them that information that 4 were on C site.
I mean, from what I'm assuming, it looks like we're down at the half now, so it looks like we're going to be switching and maybe talking to see what we could do here. Because I'm thinking the same thing. You see 4, you're going to be calling that out. Chambers on A. Maybe they're thinking, oh, they're going to rotate, so they're slow to rotate, and they just take C all by themselves.
And they have C basically free because they're spending so much time with Chamber.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think another thing that I touched on earlier is we're playing around each other, but not with each other. Where Muzzle Jetty pushed up with Kago behind him, but Kago didn't swing with him, and Muzzle Jetty just peeks out of smoke and gets picked off by 1, where Kago could have easily got 2 kills. Point Park Green here has to step it up if they want to keep their semifinals hopes alive and prevent the sweep.
Seems we're pushing heavy A. Popping the gate.
Not a bad idea here. However, their Chamber.
All of us
Dino
in the
is
gate.
on the flank. Is anyone going to be watching flank here? It looks like we're just going to be pushing side very heavy here. Muscle getting very hurt. And he gets the Razor. Angel gets another pick. Angel gets picked by ISO. And we're just peeking out of smokes. We gotta watch. However, Chamber is still on the flank. And they're stuck in that rotate. Isaac gets picked by
Gets
D.
one.
He gets traded out, and so does Colin. Underdog able to get the pick on Will. But does he know Chamber's behind him? Keiko with 40 health. Keiko,
Oh,
unfortunate, is not able to finish it off. Dino Bits on the flank, just putting pressure.
I mean, they played together that round, but I think a little too together.
Maybe a little bit too together. I think another thing I'm seeing too is, I mean, they're just kind of, well, at least the other team, they're throwing down smokes, and we keep just trying to push out of them when they're already holding that angle. When that creates such an unfair dynamic that whenever we keep playing into it, we're already putting ourselves on the back foot of that gunfight where we're going to have to not only flick, because we don't know where the other team is going to be sitting and how they're going to be playing it. I mean, we have to essentially flick and make sure we have a faster reaction time than they do.
I mean, for Point Park Green here, I mean, this is going to be a crucial round. It seems that we're all going pistols on plant. Maybe get a pick, maybe pick up a Spectre or, you know, a shoddy.
Colin trying to push into Meeks here. Does push. However, Meeks is just able to survive the onslaught. Goes back to full health. Point Park down 4v5. Does have a plant down. However, Underdog is not able to finish. Dark Moon and Muzzled Yeti gets picked off by Whale. D sitting close to the wall. And it's a 5v1 and she's lost and she has no chance. Point Park. I mean, it just seems to... nothing seems to be coming together for Point Park right now. It seems to be that, I mean, we just have no momentum. I think we have to call some sort of timeout. We have to call something. And it looks like we're going to be going for a timeout. Expertly called here from Point Park. And while on the meantime for that, it looks like both teams, actually, are going to be going on the timeout. Point Park Green, in an unfortunate chance, in a very unfortunate circumstance, and it looks like they're going to be having to really rally behind the flag here. However, Point Park Gold, despite winning 2 rounds in a row, are down 11-9 on Haven. It is not the end of the world if they do drop map 2 on Haven. However, for Point Park Green, it's do or die.
Yeah, I mean, I think their econ here is pretty low. I mean, they did save with the pistol round, but, you know, you have to get like 3 or 4 rounds here in a row. I mean, you can't just keep giving them the 2 pistol rounds, of course, like on attack. I mean, every round now, when it's this do or die situation, is a crucial round for Point Park. I mean, something's really got to change here, and I'm hoping that this timeout really like helped out Point Park Green and it seems Point Park Gold. I'm hoping that, you know, they were able to really talk about how they're gonna, you know, swing things around, maybe turn it all around for Point Park.
Yeah. And at least for now, we will focus on Green, but we will always be watching Gold here. For Green, again, this is do or die. Colin pushing up, and he gets headshotted by the chamber. Point Park not catching any breaks right now. Because as much as this team has progressed, and as much as this team has dominated the division, unfortunately, the conference as a whole is also incredibly competitive. And I mean, for as much progress these freshmen and rookies have made, it may just not be enough. But for right now, Point Park still has the choice and the chance to prove us wrong.
One close. Nose are there.
Yes.
Great from D. That's
They
a 4v4
can push
situation.
into A side. How do they know Meeks is in that little connector into B? 3 on B here.
Our Jet is sitting on C side. Angel.
Meeks pushed up right now. If they swing, they could pick on that chamber sitting in that little cubby space. Very scared and Underdog gets 1 tap by Chamber. Point Park Green. I mean, I don't want to say anything, but it doesn't look like we're playing with much confidence right now. We're just kind of spread around the map with no plan, no vision, no execution. And again,
Angel pushing into C. Doesn't know if ISO's there and gets picked in from behind.
Point Park Green, 16 seconds left. Has to do something. 4v2. Well, he does get a pick on his Dino Bits, who has been absurd in this matchup. D has to push out. He has to get a pick. She gets picked by Ghetto, and Muzzled Yeti is not going to be able to do much here. He's just going to be playing for the save. Down 11-4.
He needs to
tries to go for the pick up on the turn. Oh,
but he gets a pick.
One, and he survives.
Oh, huge.
as much as it's unfortunate that Point Park lost that round, I mean, Muscle Jitty was able to pick off 2 other people there, but again, I don't know if that's enough here.
I mean,
Although,
it seems both of our teams are in a match point situation.
yeah, I believe so. And just for this round here, we will be switching to Point Park Gold.
I mean, Point Park Gold here, kind of in the same situation as Green, you know. It's not do or die. They did secure that game 1. They have that game 1 cushion here, but maybe a late push if they can somehow get this round and maybe another round, maybe they could swing it and take it.
Yeah, and Point Park, I mean, they were looking incredible, up 9-8, but they've dropped the last 4 rounds. So, I mean, Point Park Gold is in a little bit of a similar situation to Point Park Green, where whatever happened, I mean, it's kind of gone out the wayside. However,
Seems
looks like
Garrett
we're
is going
on-
up with
it looks like
Neon.
we're actually on a timeout. So, because of that, we're actually going to be switching back. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But for some reason, that game is refusing to start. So we're looking at Point Park Green again. It looks like they're back on the site here.
Early plant from Point Park here. Everybody on site. Everybody needs to play together here. D knows there's one.
And we have the strong position here. 5v3 Jets on a 1-tap here. D able to get the Jet, but able to get the Gecko. And it's a 5v1. This is what we needed to see from Point Park Green here. And it looks like their Meeks, they're not even going to try it.
Yeah, it's just going to try and save, maybe try and get a late pick.
I mean, which is the play for the Meeks here. I mean, don't get me wrong. You could always ace to try and save the round, but why chance it? Save the Vandal. You know, I mean, you have plenty of cushion room to try and play with the other team. However, Point Park is going to have to get off site, and they do. However, do Angel and D know that Meeks is going to be pushing into the spawn? Kago, he's going to get peeked from their Meeks, and he gets picked off. Oh, I mean, unfortunately, I just don't think this is Underdog's match right now. I mean, we saw that he was doing incredibly well, especially on the Boast plan, on Bind. But, I mean, here, I mean, sometimes it happens. Sometimes you have a good match. Sometimes you have a bad match. That's just kind of the flows of Valorant, you know?
It does seem that Point Park Gold is finally starting that match point round.
And it seems that we will be going back to Point Park Gold. Point Park Gold down 3 rounds. Can they pull it back? Sexy Beast going for a very fast push here. Looks like they popped the KJ. Molly, do they know that Phoenix is behind the box? They try to shoot, however, Sexy Beast. Oh, Squiddy gets a 3K! A miss-execute! They got clogged in the door. Flashed by the Phoenix.
Finn and Creep.
Point Park Gold. Dreams have been crushed. However, again, it's not completely over. Song isn't over to the music, to the...
They're going to let them plant.
Oh.
Goes for the ult.
Oh. And they get the pick
Gets
on
the
Finn.
pick on Finn.
Almost on Creep. So they still really don't know where Creep is. Neon is on 1 health. They go for the drone.
Using
Creep,
the
now
drone.
they know. They have the dart. Neon probably is going to drop from heaven here real soon.
And
And Point Park Gold drops map 2. And so now we go back. Point Park Green, 11-5. They have the spike planted. They're up in
4v3
numbers.
situation.
4v3. Muscle Jetty going for the flank. I love this here, but he has to push fast. They're already on the site. They're playing with their time. This is good. They're playing around their corners.
Gets a pick.
They
Gets
trade
another
out.
pick.
Angel gets another. It's a 3v1. Muzzle Jetty. And
Yeah.
gets a last pick on Gecko. Point Park Green seemingly able to turn it around to, I mean, what we saw was a very rough, I mean, what was that? 8 rounds in a row.
It seems that Atlantic University will be taking their timeout.
I mean, honestly, they've only given up 2 rounds in a row in this match, so they want to stop it early and just be able to close this map 2 out and go to the finals. And you know what? I can't disagree with that. But for now, let's talk about gold. Unfortunate map 2. It was very close up until around the 8-8, 9-8 tie. And then, I mean, for whatever reason, I mean, obviously we were watching green here, but Point Park Gold, they weren't able to win their rounds out. They lost 2 to the diffuser. I think the diffuser getting diffused, and then 2 for the just being picked off enough. But I mean, unfortunately, Point Park Gold drops maps 2, and we will be going to map 3 here. And map 3, I mean, we'll just have to see what that looks like. However, on the table here, Point Park Green, season on the line. If they want to be able to contribute, if they want to be able to win, if they want to be able to go to the finals and be able to kind of break the curse of last semester, I mean, they're going to have to keep this momentum up even after the timeout. Point Park in a tough situation. Not impossible. Rookie roster. The most anyone has on this roster in terms of experience is about only 2 semesters worth.
All odds. All odds.
Get the collateral headshot on Angel and Colin, but Keiko has trade out. That could not have been more unfortunate for Point Park. And they go for the Meeks pop on scene. No one's there, but they do get site control. So it's all for naught. Absolutely unfortunate. I mean, that was really similar to what we saw when Sexy V, Sorry Cats, and another were trying to push into Garage and got 3K'd by their Phoenix. Absolutely unfortunate, but it's not over. It's a 3v4. Bomb is down. They're going to be trying to go for the rotate. However, Muzzle Getty trying to go for the flash. Nose, backs off. Shoots eye through the head.
Yes.
Walks right at him. Muzzle Getty
Gets another.
A 1. Is able to escape.
Yeah.
It's a 3v1. The tides have turned. He gets put on Angel.
And Muzzle Yeti!
Muzzle Yeti with the masterful 3K. I mean, honestly, I'd be pretty mad if I was their ISO. Who's going to walk through my shield when I have my shield up? Who's doing that? Muzzle Yeti is. Point Park coming out of Atlantic University's timeout, winning another round. Winning 3 rounds in a row, 11-7. Point Park Green here now has momentum. Can they keep it? Can they keep it going? What can they do from here?
I mean, it seems that Atlantic is choosing to save this round. I mean, Point Park just has to play it smart. They just can't get an early pick, give them their Vandal or anything, and
it does look like Chamber playing C long has that off. I don't know if they should push this here. However, he's going to be rotating to behind box, but they don't know. And Muzzle Yeti goes down. Off. Muzzle Yeti, absolutely a catalyst for this team for the last couple rounds.
And Point Park still chooses to push into this Chamber ult.
But Chamber does push back, giving them some space. But
No, they decide to rotate.
Point Park's going for the rotate. However, it looks like Atlantic University is going to be trying to push up, trying to catch them early off their timing. This could be really bad for Point Park. Atlantic also pops their jet ult, looking to try and take this round, even though they don't have the guns. Colin swinging into the jet. Does Colin have it? It looks like they're all going to be pushing. Oh, their Angel, their jet, sorry, picks up Colin.
Angel gets another.
D gets another. It's a 3v3. D, Kato gets the pick on Gecko.
3v2 situation here.
Makes on sight, but now they know. Oh, it's a 2v2. Chamber was back. However, they're going to be rotating the B. However, D is going to get met by their Chamber. Oh, and she gets picked up. And they pick up Kato. D is stuck in it. D, 13 seconds left. They're just going to play time.
10 seconds left.
Indeed, unfortunate.
I mean,
Match point.
I don't know. I just don't think we're playing around the chamber as much as we need to. I mean, we keep peeking down C-Long even though we know he's going to have a long-range weapon, especially when we knew he had his ult off and we still peek down there. And then we saw from the Cypher ult that he was down in that little corridor, which is able to peek down A-Long, and we still go through mid and we still get picked off. I mean, we have to play smarter here. Point Park. 4 going down B. Dino pushing up to take some space. He does take out the cam. However, D backs off. Smart play. Looks like they're just Colin is just trying to take some space. However, does ISO know he's there?
Oh, and
Colin
just the
can't flip
foul
fast enough.
timing. He was aimed over him.
Point Park down 5 rounds. They have to win out here. Similar situation to Bind. 4v5. They do have 2 ults here.
D
pushed
pushing up on Chamber. And
Gets
Chamber
picked by
gets
Chamber. It's a 3v5. Point Park Green. Season on the line. Playing it slow. Muzzled Yeti. Trying to play it smart here. He got the neutral. He pops
popping the ult.
Go for the flash. Throw the flash out. They see it there. Oh, and they both
Get
get
blinded.
flashed. However, the Meeks ult is popped.
And Muzzled
So
Yeti goes down.
Gets picked through the smoke. Angel now gets stunned. However, gets the pick. Oh, uses all of his knives. Does get out. How they know that one's on the flank. Now it's a 4v1.
And
that-
Point Park.
Defenders win.
Point Park falls to the winner of the semifinals, Atlantic University. I mean, it is, I mean, there's no other word than just unfortunate, honestly. I mean, I think it's just one of those that's, I mean, you wish you could have back. I mean, I think they knew what they were doing. They just couldn't be able to adjust in time. And while Point Park Gold has just gotten into their second match, we will take a little bit of time just to kind of talk about this because, I mean, even though this is the end of the road for Point Park Green and Atlantic University does go on to play in the finals, I mean, legitimately, for a rookie squad, making semifinals back-to-back, I mean, I think it's incredible. I mean, especially with Colin Kendall and the progression that Underdog has had. I mean, I think, at least I am very excited to see where the Valorant part of the Point Park Esports program goes.
Yeah, I mean it's really only up from here. I mean, you can't ask for much more. I mean, getting to the semifinals and getting this far and placing well in your Swiss matches and being in such a tough conference through NACE with the new Swiss setup and for it being such a young squad. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah. Looks like we're going for another push. Playing. Oh, Fear the Fin tries to escape but gets caught lacking. 3v4 right now. Going for the plant on B site. They have control. Spectre on the flank watch. However, they are not going on flank. 2 coming from mid, 1 coming from spawn. They're going to take site again. Ari gets picked off.
Ari, oh, just
Point Park just unable to
got
win
him
their
all
battles.
low.
Yeah.
Just wasn't able to finish it.
I mean, I'll say one final thing, and that'll kind of be at least my end for the portion for the Point Park Green roster. But despite the loss today, I mean, I think they have to keep their heads held high for 2 semesters in a row, which they had some very dominant performances, some performances where they can learn from. And I mean, no matter what, I mean, I'm really excited to see where they can go from here.
I mean, last thing I'll say on Point Park Green, I mean, it can be the ifs, ands, and the buts, the woulda, coulda, shouldas, but it just didn't seem like it was their day, and sometimes that happens.
Yeah. I mean, especially they have a lot of runway to give for Point Park here, and a lot of them have a lot left to give to the program, and I'm really excited to see where they go. But now transitioning back, we are on. Oh, I forgot this map name. Do you remember this map name?
I personally don't like this map. It's not
I don't really like this map either.
Pearl.
Oh, Melon with a 1-tap.
Pearl was last map?
No, that was No, Pearl is like the one where you're underwater.
Yeah.
Dome. No, we were on Haven last map for gold.
Yeah.
This kind of, I don't know why, but like Coastline is popping out to me, but I'm pretty sure
I
that's just a
can't
Rainbow
I
Six
can't
Siege map.
remember the name of this map. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of this
Regardless,
map.
they send the paranoia. Sexy Beast on Neon does get it out. Creep trying to look for the rotate. However,
Sexy
Beast
Beast,
gets picked up by
unfortunate
Garrett.
4v4 situation here.
4v4. Ari casts with Melon. Fear on site, however, gets picked up by Garrett. Garrett has been a thorn in Point Park side this entire series. 4v2 for Point Park right now. Melon still stuck in spawn. And I think they know Creep coming from mid. However, he only has a Marshall. What can he do here?
And they bought a Bulldog. Second round. Creep trying to get some intel.
And it looks like he's just going to be pushing solo.
Oh,
And, I mean, yeah, that's a near flawless for Troy Trojans right now. Point Park University, I mean, this is kind of the first time that we've seen now over the last two maps that, I mean, they have not started hot. And, I mean, I think it's more so of a testament to Valorant than anything else. But, I mean, unfortunately, Point Park, I mean, the last two maps, they won the first 2-3 rounds in a row. And now they're down 2-0. But, I mean, again, beginning of the match, anything can still happen. So Point Park here going for the full buy.
I mean, I think for Point Park here, I mean, they have to stop Garrett.
Absolutely. I mean, they have to plan around him somehow because he's just absolutely dominating in his role in Neon. And it looks like they're going to be trying to go for another B force. Fear the Fin trying to force, but again, Sexy Beast Fear the Fin gets picked off. Ari gets the pick on Garrett. Even though this is a 4v3 without Garrett, it's more even than people think.
And we have our two seniors.
Squiddy behind box, but none of the bullets reach him. Creep trying to rush. However, Valorant timing might not be on his side. And he doesn't. He peeks to two different people. Melon now pushing for mid. Pushing out of smoke here. Wall is up. Ari. One is sitting deep in sight. This is kind of hard for Point Park here. Ari able to get the pick on Squiddy. Melon does he have the timing?
Close left.
And he just teleports. He could have had
but he knows he's there.
Melon gets picked off by Viper. And it's a 1v3. And honestly,
low on time.
Ari just getting one more pick, maybe two more. Oh, Sova has to push him. And Sova does. Ari with the 4K.
I mean, good from Ari trying to just stop the bleeding. I mean, we lost a round, but, you know, that econ slowly chipping away. I need something here from Point Park. Need to show a little bit of fight, I feel.
I mean, this is just kind of a mismatch. They're just going to keep pushing B, and it looks like we are making an adjustment. Sexy Beast moving over to A, and it looks like we have 3 on B site, with Ari sticking a little bit more so in spawn, sitting deep in A. So it looks like we have made an adjustment after, I mean, Troy Trojans have been dominating on B, and it looks like they're trying to go for that flank into Omen. However, Omen gets to pick up Melon, but Fear the Fin does trade him out. It's a 4v4. And it looks like they're going for a full push again onto B site. And it looks like they forgot the spike. Only one on site now. They're going to have to try and go again here. A misplay from the Troy Trojans. They forgot the spike. However, they're on site now after Point Park refusing to push, and now they've spiked down. 4v4 for Point Park. Creep in a gunfight. Gets picked up by Garrett. Fear the Fin trades out for Squiddy. However,
and one unfortunate timing.
And Sexy Beast gets the pick on Garrett. Now they know one's on backside.
2v2.
And Sexy Beast goes right into Sova. Ari, the clutch master. At Valorant timing, is it on her side? 1 health left for Ari. An improbable scenario. But Ari does know, but is not able to react in time. Point Park goes down 4 rounds.
I mean, Point Park here, I mean, not much you can say. I mean, you just have to you have to stop it before it gets worse. You know, it's just that domino effect. You know, you lose one, it makes it 2, it makes it 3, it makes it 4. And then before you know it, then when you get on offense, you're in such a hole.
Yeah, I mean, Breeze has been one of those maps for us where it's very hit or miss. I mean, we played
That is what
on
it
this
is.
on this map last week. I mean, you were casting for that match.
Yeah.
How did you feel about us? And, oh, okay. Looks like they're going for a full 5 stack on A, and they get the pick on Creep. Melon by himself. These 5 stacks on sites have been working beautifully for Troy, and Melon is not able to get the pick on Viper. Fear the Fin does get a flick on the Viper. 4v3, Sexy
4v2
Beast
now.
gets taken up.
Ari
as
and
Switty.
Finn.
4v2. The senior and the freshman. Fear the Fin.
Oh,
Just cannot take out Angel.
and Ari goes down. I think it's really playing well to Troy here with those 5 stacks. They're using their abilities really well with the walls and the smokes and everything, and able to
Yep.
get into that
We're calling
site
timeout.
very early.
Smart, absolutely smart. I mean, we have to call a timeout. There's no other way around it. We have to call it because one of those things, especially, is one of the parts of Valorant is the mental side. You know? Because especially this is the kind of first time we've really seen Troy not just commit the 5 stack to a site, because we have seen that before, but we've only seen that in 1 to 2 round bursts. We've never seen it 5 rounds in a row. We've never seen it.
I mean, I think this is the biggest lead that Troy has had in the entire series.
I believe so. I think the end of game 2 was roughly right around here, but I do agree, especially at the beginning of the map. I absolutely agree.
Yes.
Again, kind of going back for the mental side, Point Park is still thinking, are they going to still 5 stack on a site? Or are they not? And honestly, for Troy, I would not be surprised if they go for a split push here after the timeout
Yeah.
to try to force it up. Because what is Point Park going to do? They're going to try and adjust to the 5 stack. So what is Troy going to do? They may do the split. However,
It seems that they're going for the 5 stack again.
looks like they're going for the 5 stack and again. And it looks like they think that they may 5 stack on A after how successful it was ran on last round. And you could tell. You can absolutely
And
tell
Finn-
this is Troy's map.
I think we need to play deeper into our sites.
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like our retakes are just not working. I think we need to aggressively fight, somehow aggressively fight their entry onto these sites, because we're not really posing much of a threat here. However, they're not going through B main. They may try to wrap around and go through mid, but it looks like they may go for the rotate here. However, I think Point Park has a sneaking suspicion, because when they do 5 stack, they do it quite fast. So
They're
looks like-
leaving Garrett alone with Omen in the halls.
It looks like they're going for like a late split here. However, Sexy Beast by themselves on a 3v1, and she does not know it. Squiddy is able to take out Creep in mid. And now they know that there's multiple mid. Melon also knows too. What are they going to do? Fear the Fin does take out Garrett deep into B main. Sexy Beast sitting in the smoke. She doesn't know. She does know one's there, but I don't know if she knows it's a 3v1. Fear the Fin trying to kill.
Gets one.
Sexy Beast gets to pick on one. However, she throws it. Not a successful stun.
Troy's not in a good position here. Point Park has the positioning.
Oh, unfortunate timing. And
Ari does get another pick.
It's a 3v2 for Point Park here, and it looks like they're going to be pushing into B side here. 2 on at B side. Melon does teleport out. Melon had the chance to take out Viper. Tries to back off. I actually don't mind it at all, but I just wish there was a little bit more fight there. But it's okay to play for the retake.
Yeah,
here
letting
on
them
3v2.
plant and just see what they do.
Their Viper does pop all here, so it does become significantly more harder here. Point Park does have some ults here, but I don't believe they're going to be trying to push this. Viper sitting back on site on top of box. Sova just playing a little bit more deeper. This is a very, very dangerous spot for Viper here. They got to watch how they push this. Inspector's able to get the pick on one, and she picks him through
And
the
knows that I'm
smoke.
on the box.
Fear the Fin on a 1v1. He does have a little bit more time. Trying to just go for the half. Does he know where? Gets off. And
No.
he almost gets the pick on Spectre.
Oh,
6 rounds for Troy.
that could have been a great momentum swing for Point Park.
Yeah, I don't want to speak too soon. We'll have to go back in the record books a little bit, but I can't remember the last time Point Park Gold dropped 6 rounds in a row to start a map. Especially for this season, I don't think it's happened before. I think this is a new.
I mean, to me it seems like this is the map that Troy seems to have picked. Like this is their map, and maybe it's not as much as our strong suit.
So the third map is the decider, which it could have been either us or them, but I mean, they got really lucky that Breeze was chosen because this map is obviously in their forte. Garrett pushing deep. Does Fear the Fin able to prepare in time? Fear the Fin stunned. He's able to dodge just in time and
And he
not able to
gets
get the pick
picked.
on Garrett. It's another 5v4 5-stack rush onto B. However, Point Park's going for the 3-man flank here. Creep trying to look down into sight. However, does he know that one's sitting in that corner?
No.
Spectre gets the pick.
And he gets
Squiddy gets
another.
picked.
Oh my gosh.
Sexy Beast 1v4. Able to get the pick on a Spectre here. However, Viper sends the molly. Sexy Beast able to kind of tickle Garrett a little bit. It looks like she's dropping back. She does take damage onto her shields and a little bit onto her health. This may be a save here from Point Park, going down 7 rounds. She has popped out here too.
Yeah. Just going for the save. I mean,
Oh,
really all you can do.
wait, apologies. Neon did, our Sexy Beast did not pop out. That was my bad. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, Ari, Cast, and Creep, they're gonna have to dig into whatever they have left in their their experience of playing Valorant, especially Creep for being here all 4 years. I'm sure this situation has not been it has happened before, but I mean, this is really tough for the semifinals. A lot of pressure. Map 3 down 7 rounds. Creep is gonna have to pull something out here. Again, another 5-stack onto B. However,
And
Fear the
team's
Fin
pushing through mid.
pops ult early. And
Smart
Fear the
from
Fin
Finn.
gets the pick on Viper, throws down the molly. They know
Need
they're
to get
gonna
the
push it.
early.
Gets
Yes,
another
from
pick on
Finn.
Jet. It's a 5v3. However, 5v3 here. We've popped Viper ult. Whoa! Fear the Fin just able to dodge the shock dart.
Yeah.
Our chamber also popped ult here.
Finn
little
really
bit more
good from
risky.
popping that ult early on to stop them pushing heavy into A or B
That's
with
true.
that 5-stack. And
Oh.
Creep gets picked.
Creep.
And it seems that they're going for the rotation. Or maybe they're faking it.
Creep has had a very, very rough start to this map so far, going killless. 0-8. Maybe 0-7. However, Sexy Beast still there. Do they know that she's there? Sexy Beast does get a pick on board and backs off. However, Valorant timing and
Yes.
Melon with the headshot. 4v1 here. Melon. Get down, Mr.
And
President.
Melon knows.
Melon!
Yes.
With the headshot. 2K from Melon here. 2K from Finn and a judge from Sexy Beast. I mean,
That's more like it.
that is more like it. I absolutely want to see something like that. Play with a little bit more gravitas, with a little bit more confidence.
I'm hoping we go into attack 7-5.
Yeah,
We
I
take
think
these
it's
next
doable.
4 rounds, and it gives us the momentum. It makes Troy think about really like dig deep. You know, they're up 7. You know, they're not stressing too much. Maybe they're getting lackadaisical. If we can really hammer it down
Ooh.
here,
It looks like they're just doing a slight alteration to how they run their 5-stack. 3 running on B main. Omen on that little side mark. Looks like Melon does know something's up when they smoke that mid. However, Viper is on flank watch. It looks like they're just going to try and keep it open. Viper making sure they know what's going on here in mid. And it looks like they're going to be going for a rotate here. As soon as Point Park won a round, thinking they have some confidence, have some momentum, it looks like they're going to be making the alteration. Does Point Park?
seems like Creep is pushing back into A though.
Oh,
Maybe he can get some good positioning here and maybe catch one off.
this is where
Slow him down.
experience is king. Creep here is 0-8. Is
Creep.
he able to set something up here?
He knows. Oh my god.
He does know. Creep.
I think he just pushed out a little too hard. He knew that they were flanking it. I think he just
However,
Just bad
Omen
timing.
and Neon are on the flank. Melon does get the pick with an op on the Viper. However, Ari, she does
knows
see
on the
him.
box.
Gets
Yes.
the pick through the wall. Garrett's in mid.
4v3.
However, they got to play it. It looks like she is backing off here. They gotta start pushing side here. Viper, Fear the Fin, pushing up. Squiddy able to pick off Sexy Beast in mid. Fear the Fin gonna try and swing her. However, she does pop smoke out. Just dodges her. Ari Cass does get Garrett. She is gonna be pushing for mid. Trying to push her Angel. Trying to push, not Angel. Jeez, Jet. 3v2 here. Jet is one shot. Fear the Fin on Spike. Spectre does get Melon. Get the half. Get off.
Yes!
Get the pick on Spectre.
Yes, Finn!
And Ari gets it. Oh, gets the pick on Jet. Absolute masterclass.
And picks up the op.
And the op.
That's huge.
Absolutely huge rounds coming out of Point Park here, especially from Fear the Fin. Melon has picked it up. Ari has picked it up. Sexy has picked it up. Creep, you may not see it on the scoreboard, but his experience, his IGL, his cool, calm, and collectedness, he could go 0 and 100. And I still think if it was a clutch situation, I still want him in that clutch.
I think you give Creep one good round where he gets 2 or 3 picks. He's back in it.
Oh, it looks like 4 stack here onto A. They're very pushed up here. Sexy Beast with the shock. She gonna stun.
Oh.
No, she gets picked up by Garrett. However, Arsova is still there. What can Arsova do? Creep does get to pick one, but gets traded out. It is a 3v4. That's all Creep needed. That's all Creep needed does just to get started. Just a catalyst. Just something to get started. They're going for the plan on Spike. It looks like they're all coming from different directions here. Fear the Fin does get a pick with the Odin. Brock, welcome to Point Park Esports. Garrett out of the match. They're all in the
another one,
gets
Ari.
a 2-piece. Does Ari know where the last one is? No, she doesn't. It's a 2v1.
But now they know.
She's sitting on top of box. No, she dropped off. Brock, otherwise known as Fear the Fin, pushing her. However,
Yes.
does get the pick.
Beautiful timing there.
Point Park Esports.
And I think that was the play to let Finn with the Odin push.
I mean,
Get that Jet to push out, and then Melon just with the clinical snipe there just to seal the round.
I'm loving this because, I mean, Point Park, I mean, that was
We have an op, an Odin, heavy shield.
That was a very, very rough start to the round. We were down to a 4v3 immediately where they already had control of A-side. Ari coming up clutch with the 2K. Melon able to just get the op kill just to be able to get the plant whenever Fear the Fin distracted on Spike. I mean, now we're playing true Valorant. Picked up 3 rounds in a row after dropping 7 of the first. Looks like they're going for another fast push. However, Sexy Beast
and Creep are together.
What's going to happen here? Creep.
Oh,
Gets picked up by Squiddy. However, Sexy Beast gets 1. And there's Jet there too. Can Sexy Beast get 2? No, she backs off. That's smart. 4v4. Takes out the recon dart. Oh, he tries to play range. Can't do that with the judge. Melon drops down. Tries to play up here. Tries to get a pick. Melon does get a pick. Equalizing 3v3. Looks like Ari here. Maybe going for the mid push. They gotta respect Melon's op here. Fear the Fin. Otherwise known as Brock. Dropping in with the Odin.
and I'm bored just looking back in their spawn. I mean,
we gotta start taking space here. We're giving too much time. And
Yes.
what? 2
Pick
picks
them.
back to back. Oh man,
And last one,
backside.
they know
He's
where
gonna
he
get
is.
peeking out. Melon, he's beside you. He's pushing.
you got him.
What?
Oh my
gets
God.
it anyways. 4 rounds. What is going on?
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Now, I didn't want to speak it into existence, but going in 7-5, going into attack, will play into Point Park's favor.
Oh, an op and 2. Oh, was 2 Odins. I mean, I love it.
2 Odins.
Point Park is in the driver's seat again. I mean, they feel confident. They feel good.
I mean, I think Sexy Beast is going to run in there and just gun him down.
And you can tell, I mean, Melon, with the op, he feels way more confident now than he did the previous rounds. And it looks like they're going to be going for a slight more stack here on B. Viper.
Keeping Viper deep.
Whoa, Fear the Fin with an early pick on Odin. And another one. And he does it to 2K.
Shoot his body. Oh my gosh.
Welcome, Brock from NRG. We just signed you. What the hell? Point Park Esports coming out swinging in this round. Fear the Fin with 2 picks. Creep playing really close with this Viper. I think they both understand something's going on. Melon and Omen They just know something's going on. Melon tries to go for the quick peek here.
I don't think On Board saw him.
Omen trying to play around in mid. However, Garrett is still on B main. What are they going to do there? Melon just trying to shoot through the box. Nothing there.
Fear the Finn. He has the angle and he gets it.
the 3K on Garrett. And Creep with his second kill going on Viper. I'm bored playing deep. A 5v1 for Point Park. Sexy Beast going for a little bit of a flank here. However, he's going to go into backside and Melon's there. And he teleports out. Oh! And
Get
Finn
it.
with the 4K.
Fear the Finn just needs the Odin.
What?
Welcome to esports. Point Park Valorant.
Where is his NIL money? We need it. And you called it. 7-5. 5-7. Going into the half. Point Park rallies behind the flag. 5 rounds in a row.
Now, these pistol rounds on attack will be crucial.
Absolutely. I mean, they got to make sure.
Very crucial. These first 3 rounds are going to tell us basically a
yeah.
storyline of how this is going to play out.
Hopefully, Breeze on attack here is a stronger half for Point
I
Park.
mean, it looks
here.
like we're going for a split push, but I like this way better than the 5 stack. Once we figured it out, we were able to get a couple
they're
picks off
pushing up
early.
early. Is Melon going to know that Garrett is there? They're going to be both swinging off of it. Garrett by himself here.
They
Oh,
Neon
push
is
out.
Neon is 1 HP.
health, and there's no one that can heal her either. She is stuck at that for the rest of the round. Melon
Great from
and
Melon,
Ari,
taking
not
no
even
damage. Tickled. Tickled you
Just
say.
a little tickle.
Well, he tickled that Neon, that's for sure.
Creep. He's playing around, playing with himself in spawn. Looks like Creep and Ari are going to be linking up to go through mid here.
Melon just waiting for that Neon to come back so he can tickle her some more.
Yeah, I mean, we're a team that just likes to tickle.
1
It's all pillow
HP.
fights.
Literally 1 HP.
If you just like jump here,
Breathe on him or something.
Squiddy in mid, stuck in that corner now. However, their Sov is also looking back. The wall is dropped. It looks like they do smoke it off. It looks
Seems
like
that we
Point
have
Park's gonna be
Spike
trying to make
going
a play
A.
here. Creep trying to go into mid. However,
Walled it off. And
oh,
Creep
Spike
gets
just able to get the
picked.
pick on Creep. Melon, he does have the pick on Viper, and yes, he does. He does get the pick. However, Ori gets the pick on Squiddy. It's a 4v3 and practically a 4v2, a 4v1.
Ori and Sexy Beast and Melon with the last one.
Oh, it's going too
Huge.
fast. Give me time. And oh man.
Oh my gosh. I need a timeout.
I don't know if you know, but we were back at 6-7 last map. Didn't go Point Park's favor until maybe about like 8 or 9 rounds later. Well, maybe more like 4 or 5 rounds later. But again, back to 6-7. Point Park winning the pistol round 6 rounds in a row now. If we can keep the momentum up, keep it going, we have a very, very, very strong control of this series so far. Point Park winning map 1 on Bind, dropping map 2 on Haven, I believe 13-9, 13-10.
Yes.
Point Park here, looking to rally back.
Their Omen's just sitting mid. Creep.
However, Viper, Fear the Finn is looking down where Garrett's going to be swinging. Garrett does swing.
Yes.
And Fear the Finn gets the pick with the Outlaw. Loses no health. Fear the Finn. And Melon gets a headshot on the Spectre. It's a 5v3 for Point Park. And it looks like they have control of A site and they're going for the plan here. However, do they know that Omen is sitting in that little connector there in mid? We do have Fear the Finn sitting in that corner for the flank. Does their jet know
They're
that
very
we are
spread
still
out.
watching?
It seems that they're all
No,
going.
wait. Fear the Finn. No. Just gets picked up by Squiddy.
Unfortunate. I mean, with the sniper that close range, I mean, that's just a tough shot.
It's unfortunate. 5v3. All 3 of them are coming through mid. But do we know? It looks like they're going to go for the smoker. Sexy Beast.
Yes.
Pick on one.
And another one.
Oh, just escapes in time.
Knows he's
now
there.
we know. Sexy Beast going for the
No,
stop.
they're both there. Sexy Beast.
Gets
Gets him half health.
Sexy Beast swing again.
Yes.
Melon.
Yes.
The 3K.
Huge from Point Park.
I mean, the one thing I'm starting to notice is that, I mean, not only have we won 7 rounds in a row, but I mean, Melon and Fear the Fin have stepped up to another level. MVP numbers coming out of these last 7 rounds.
The 2 freshmen stepping up. It was the seniors early on. Now it's the freshmen. I mean, you love to see it. They're heating up just at the right moment. Now, this is the most crucial round for me.
Yeah.
They need this round. Their economy will be gone.
Yeah, I mean,
if
we
they
are
can
on a
take
half
this
buy,
round.
and they're on the full buy, so this round is a little bit of a kind of here and there. But Fear the Fin does know, however, Koiva does back off. Fear the Fin, playing it safe. Sexy Beast with Melon on A main. However, Ari going to be pushing through mid.
Creep with the sheriff.
Okay. Creep with any ranged weapon is a monster. It doesn't matter how many kills he has. Doesn't matter how many times he's died. He's a monster regardless. And when
He's
does
a presence on the map.
he has
you
a
could say.
presence, and they can feel it. However, we're just kind of playing a split push here, taking a lot of time. Ari sitting in mid. However, I don't think Spectre knows that Ari's sitting there, nor does Ari know that Spectre's sitting there. So this could be
But
a
Sexy
mismatch.
Sexy Beast. Ori needs to push first.
Ari does smoke it, which is very smart. So now they know. However, one's going to be sitting. He's going to
And
try and
Sexy
pick
Beast
off
can
that
go
smoke really
through.
early.
And we're pushing A site.
Wait, Ari knows.
Ori knows.
Ari knows that Spectre is there.
Oh, she knows. Oh, she knows.
Oh, she knows.
She knows.
Oh, she's playing time.
That's fine.
That's fine. However, their jet is really pushed up. All 3 of them are really pushing up close on the side here. How is Sexy Beast going to play this? Ari gets the pick on the stinger on Spectre. Wait, Melon pulls out the op.
And Ori,
Garrett-
unfortunate, knows that one's mid. Knows that Garrett's mid.
Melon, they just got to play for time here. If they could try to play for time to drop, they can really
Garrett pushing
force
through
it
mid,
here.
they know.
Wait,
Melon-
Koiva, and they both
and Sexy
trade. Sexy Beast on Garrett.
And, oh, 3v2.
Melon
Get
gets
one.
one.
And another one. Get the last one.
Oh, but
Yes!
it's a shot on Koiva. 8 rounds in a row.
That was the most crucial round, at least from my perspective, for Point Park University. Everything is clicking, going down 7 rounds, and then taking 8 in a row.
I mean, you could tell the confidence of Point Park right now, especially from Melon picking up an op. I mean, you got the shot on one guy,
I mean,
the headshot another.
You get 8 rounds in a row. Their economy is terrible. Their egos are
It's gone. They're gone.
Everything's gone, and everything is going in the right direction for Point Park here. They just need to lock it in here.
With 3 stacked down into that B hallway there. However, Point
And
Park
we have
isn't
2
there.
stacked on
However,
A.
Melon does have up. Is he going to swing it? Creep coming to assist, and Melon gets a pick on Squibby,
Oh my
and they're not
gosh.
going to peek it. Another thing I was going to say is that the gun situation was swapped from last round. They all had the good guns. We all had the bad guns. And the way we played around each other, the way we played around smokes, the way we took space, and we destroyed
And we have 3
them.
stacked on Garrett. I don't know what Garrett has a pistol,
Garrett has is that a bandit? They're going to be,
and they're gonna play it smart.
yeah, but
they
he's
know
gonna be
he's
backing
there.
off. He does
Get
take
him
a little
weak.
bit of damage here.
No, that he's
However,
just pushed to the left.
oh,
Sexy
however,
Beast.
Melon, Sniper's going
pushing.
down long. Melon, does he have the shot? No, he doesn't. He just is not able to finish.
Or
it
he's gonna
off.
get swung on by Omen.
Oh, Sexy Beast. For the
Fin
fin
trade.
trades. Important. Creep. Able to throw the shock dart out. He knows.
He's
No. Creep. Creep. Swings out.
Oh my gosh! With the Guardian!
Spectre right behind the wall. Throws
The
out the
one
shock dart.
tap!
Fear the Fin.
Oh.
Holding him off. Creep. Looking down lane.
Ori
Cap
with the
throwing out the smoke. Melon watching the flank. Everyone's doing their part.
Ori
gets
with
a
the
pick on Koiva. 4v1.
Yes!
And Fin finishes. I mean, there's nothing more you can ask. It's just cinema.
I mean, Creep is playing a slow game, but that's the stuff he can do.
I don't care what the scoreboard says about you, Creep. That clip, that was insane.
They're gonna report him for aimbot.
Oh,
That was incredible.
call the admin. Check his PC.
Dude, he's running hacks. He's X-raying.
He made it up
Through
for
the
not shooting
smoke.
through the smoke. And again, Point Park in full control. 9 rounds in a row after dropping
Now-
7 in a row.
I couldn't tell, but one player on Troy's university side did pick an Odin.
Wow.
And it seems like I'm bored.
Trying
Yeah.
to pull out what Point Park did to them just rounds earlier. And it looks like Garrett does have some info.
But they don't know that the Omen is sitting there with the Odin.
Melon holding this hallway. However, Spectre's doing the same exact thing. Melon, I love it. I really love what's happening with Melon here. Playing with confidence, playing his...
Yeah, use the drone
Oh.
creep. Yes.
Goes for the drone.
Yes.
Yep, and he backs off. Whoa, he paranoid the drone. This might be a little bit dangerous here for Point Park. Sexy Beast going for an
He's
early
just
swing.
spraying the Odin.
Oh, does get... And he goes for the telly. However, I know they've heard it. And it looks like they're going to be going back off. And it looks like they're going to be going for a B rotate. However, they may go mid. No, they're
No.
going for a B rotate.
Hard
Ari,
B rotation.
Ari is watching from mid now. However, Jet is alone on A. They're not rotating to B. This is a misplay. They drop
It's a
back, but they
misplay
don't
from
know. And now Point
Now
Park.
they're going to know, and they have B site.
Jet backside.
gets the
Who's
B.
going to push her first?
They
And it
know
looks-
that Jet's
oh,
stuck back there.
Troy, now just starting to
Now
rotate.
I'll rotate in. And they have the Odin.
Squiddy gets a pick on Creep. Fear the Finn. Get the pick on
Gets a
one.
pick.
However, Melon knows Sexy Beast gets the pick on one.
He needs to
Garrett
get
gets
that
the pick on
Odin.
Melon. It's a 2v3 right now. Ari Cass
Yes!
gets a pick on board. Sexy Beast down to lower than 50 health. Gets a pick on Garrett.
And the last
However,
one just-
they don't know anything. Kill.
Beautiful.
10 rounds in a row. Oh.
And he just picked up an Odin. He cannot have any economy left.
Even when it looked impossible, that round by far out of the last 10 rounds looked like it was going to be impossible
I mean,
for Point
we have
Park.
full shield, heavy shields. They have regen shields and pistols.
They have no economy. They had to full buy that round. Only one with a Vandal, and we have
10
3 Phantoms, a
rounds
Vandal, and an
to
off.
Point Park.
Oh,
I'm gonna need a timeout.
oh my God.
I don't want it to end.
Oh. Point Park, absolutely dominating. It looks like they're trying to take space up into early in B. Does Creep? No. Creep gets the shot.
Oh my
through the
gosh.
wall.
Ari with another one shot
It's a 5v3.
early on.
Omen's there. They do know someone likes to sit close. They do know Omen has sat there in the past.
And I believe they're gonna wait for Creep to throw his drone. Maybe push this Odin back. It's very smart.
Yes. Oh, but they do trade out, and that's a
And that's
4v2. And now they should have sight. But do they know? Creep looking at their stove as well. Oh, sorry, my bad, Melon. But Melon rotates back up. Viper trying to take Spice in backside. Viper wall up. It's a 4v2
And
from
Viper-
Point Park.
Pretty much alone here with a... Is that a sheriff? I'm guessing. The skins in this game really throw me off sometimes.
Melon sitting in backside. They're trying to watch for the flank here, however.
Just wants to keep the Omen here.
Already
or
cast on the
op.
front line,
Oh my
throwing the
gosh.
smoke. Try to throw the recon dart. Creep, taking it out. Ari cast on the front line. You're right beside her. Gets the pick. Creep.
And they know...
Ari. As soon as it drops, it looks like they may try and go for the save. No. Oh, wait. Yep. He's going
Yeah.
for the save. Yep.
He can't do
He went to
anything.
pick up the Vandal. Point Park, 11 rounds in a row. As much as I have not seen Point Park drop the first 7 rounds of a map, especially in the semifinals on map 3, I have never seen 11 rounds in a row after that.
11. Yeah, they have to take a
They
timeout
have
here.
to. I mean, there's nothing you could do there. We have 2 players dropping 20 kills. The only thing I can say right now is Point Park is owning Troy Trojans. I mean, you would say like, oh, this team is not good at all from what we see from this map. And if we
Yeah.
can even look at the past 2 maps at all.
But, I mean, you start from Troy Trojans attacking and how aggressive they were with their 5 stacks and being up 7 rounds. You're
Yeah.
being on the Point Park roster. You're really thinking like, wow, this is like really tough. This is a really bad situation that we have here. But after those 7, they were able to get those 5. That's 7-5. That's a big swing there. And then getting those first early 3 rounds with the pistols. were very crucial. Then they're up 8-7. Then they have momentum. Then they have, the economy. Now they're playing confident. Now they're hitting their shots. And everything is working out in their favor. And that's why we're seeing the Troy Trojans taking this time out.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other thing as well is like, I think as much as experience is helpful, I think the other thing too is we kind of have to operate as like a goldfish. We kind of have to forget. I mean, did we have a bad last round? Sure. Let's forget about it. Let's focus on the next round. Let's focus on the next round. Let's focus on the small things. I think that's what Point Park has expertly done. Not even just from the seniors like Reap and Ari, but from the freshmen themselves. Point Park here, up 11 rounds, playing incredibly passive here.
Don't
a
need to do
change
anything
of play
crazy.
here. It looks like Troy.
It seems I'm bored. The Omen got the Odin again.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to change it up. They're trying to throw them off their momentum because, again, as good as Point Park is, they are a momentum-heavy team. As much as they've won 11 in a row, they've also lost 7 in a row. There are ups and downs with how we play, and unfortunately, this is kind of one of the games that you may see once in a lifetime. Point Park Gold looking to go for a full 5 stack on A. I don't know if that drone saw them. They did try to shoot through the box. However, they're steadfast, staying on B and in through the
And they're
connector
throwing him off
hallway.
because he's going to drone and nobody's close.
Great.
But he's going to know that
They
one's
saw the
there.
backside, and they saw the leg from one in mid.
Yes.
So it looks like, it looks like they're going to try and bait. However, one's going to be in mid.
But they must hear Neon
Wow.
running, and they're not rotating,
Oh!
and gets a pick.
Ari on Garrett. An expert pick. However, Omen, Jet has popped out here. She's trying to stop the bleeding. Omen.
Use the wall
Omen with 2 picks. Ari trading him out.
with the plan.
Oh, and Jet gets the pick up through the fence.
And another one.
Trade him out. 5 seconds left. They need to get the kills.
Has to get the plant down.
They get the
Get the
down.
plant.
But Spectre gets
But goes down.
Sorry.
Melon with
Ari.
the op.
Or Melon, sorry.
Melon
with
the
an op. He has teleport too. They don't know where Melon is. Yeah. Melon goes,
Yes!
gets a pick on 1. Goes for the telly.
Yes! He got the Melon with the op.
No! I clipped from the freshman!
Give him his NIL money.
Oh! What the hell is going on? 12 rounds in a row!
Just make it 13. Make it a full grand sweep.
Just like we saw, no matter how bad the cards are stacked against Point Park, the house never wins. Point Park comes back.
Point Park
Oh.
takes the house.
Oh
They take
my
him down.
One more round for Point Park to go back to the finals.
Now Troy University's scrambling here. They don't know what to do. They're 1 round away from being done with their season. Point Park, all they need to do is just do what they've been doing.
There is a mental trap, though, Point Park can't fall into, is being too confident.
Yes.
It's being too braggadocious and think this match is over. They have to keep playing like every round matters, especially this round. Melon staying in his normal spot here. Looks like they're going to be trying droning it out. However, no drone there.
And 3 mid.
Looks like they're going for another slow push A, droning out that cubby. Another typical play from Point Park, but do they think they're going to be pushing here or going for the rotate again? Ari still on mid. They're going to be, wow, smoking that out.
All right, maybe he can get a pick. With 3 of them mid, maybe if one peeks out early. Oh, good rotation here from
Ari.
Ari. If Ari just
Ari has
plays
ult
it
here.
slow.
Gets
Good
the pick
swing.
on 1.
There's another.
Gets traded out, and
but
that's
that's
okay.
fine.
4v4.
But
We're
now
going
they
on
know
to
that
site
there's
now.
2 mid.
Sexy Beast.
But
And
they're
Finn.
all.
Now they know Jet's in mid. However, Cora does take out through the Finn. Oh, Sexy Beast. She just held it a little bit longer. 14 seconds left from Point Park. Melon coming
They
through mid.
just have to play the time.
Sexy Beast gets
Sexy
1.
Beast with a
Melon, make it another. Melon does. Sexy Beast gets another. There's
Green
5
plating.
There's one.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
13
With the 3 pick.
Oh my
13
God.
rounds in a row to Point Park on Breeze. How are you doing, Nace?
How is this possible? How is this possible?
Oh my gosh. Ari
Oh
and
my
Finn
gosh.
and Melon and Sexy Beast and even Creep. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Throughout my entire time at Point Park, from freshman year to senior year, I've seen plenty of teams, plenty of players. I have never seen that before. I've never seen that before.
A straight 13 rounds in a row in a game 3 of the semifinals.
To go to the finals. To make it to back finals.
How much more momentum could you want going into the finals? Yeah, of course
my
a
gosh.
2-game sweep would be nice, but how about a game 3 down 7, win 13 straight? How are you doing?
I just don't know how that was. I don't like. I've just never seen that before. I've never seen that before.
Anybody watching in the chat, I'm going
Point
back to
Park.
this. Are you not entertained?
Point Park is going up against Ohio Wesleyan. This team was they were the 8th seed in the conference. They beat the number
Hello, everyone. I'm joined
We're
by
muted.
Ari Casts.
We're still muted.
No, it's just
We're not?
No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
it's just
Things have changed.
Yeah,
Things
it's
have
just
changed.
a little weird.
My
It's
bad.
just a little weird. Actually, here, put these on. It's okay. Today was jank, and it's okay. It was a little bit jank because of the NFL draft. Screw you, Steelers, but it's okay. Regardless, incredible series. I don't think I have to say that anymore. Map 1, you went 27-11-3, 23-13-5, 23-11-3. Kind of just talk about how your approach to the game and how you're able to just kind of play around your team and be able to stay not just so positive, but be able to just contribute on such a high level.
Well, for Bind, my role is basically the floater. I mean, that's the person that's kind of sitting in spawn, adjusting when they see util. I'm going to go and smoke the other side, things like that. But again, I'm playing the reactive role. I only need to step up when my team needs me to step up, and they were doing a great job, right? I just happened to have some good rounds. I think I had to wrap through spawn a few times, kill the lurker. That's my main goal on Bind, is anchor it down, make sure that they're not pushing into our spawn, things like that. And we were good there. Haven, same kind of thing. I'm floating, I'm punishing the flankers, and that allows us on the site to flourish, right? If I'm punishing Killjoy in mid, I can go wrap with my team, I can go back support them, even just break a turret and help them out there. And same thing with Breeze, is we were calling the same 1-3-1 ground. We called it Groundhog Day, by the way, where we would just keep doing the same thing over and over. And it was working because they didn't know how to punish it, which is because we're playing the default version of Breeze, which is, we know they're going to get an insert. Let's re-clear that space. They didn't know how to punish the insert. And yeah, obviously just kind of keeping things up, trying not to get in your own head, nor the rest of the teams. You kind of adjust for 2 seconds. You say, my bad, meant to do this. All good, we go next.
I mean, especially just kind of, I do want to give our flowers to Troy because they played
yeah,
absolutely incredible. So kind of the one person that really stood out to us was Garrett, right? They're Neon for the past 3 maps. Tell us how, whenever you approach a team like that, where obviously team-wide they're pretty sound, but whenever they have a duelist like that is very game-changing, where the round could be essentially over for them and they just come back through what he can do. How do you plan around a player like that?
I mean, we stick to our game plans, right? We have to know what we are doing and how we want to play. If their Neon goes and pops off and does crazy plays, there's nothing we can truly do about that, because chances are, if we don't trade, that's kind of on us, right? In that sense, I mean, if he has a miracle spray, then, we kind of have to chalk those ones up. But I'm thinking even in terms of me versus that Neon specifically, I barely saw that Neon. My team did a great job neutralizing that threat because, again, I'm kind of just supporting them. I'm that fail-safe if they need it. And so, again, for Haven, we VOD reviewed, we did our homework. We knew how Garrett played, at least on that particular map. We figured out that they would be the one inserting mid so they could get out on Breeze. Whether that was true or not, I'm kind of guessing. But I just assumed that's where they were, given we hadn't seen them kind of the whole game. And yeah, it worked out in our favor, and we took it home.
I mean, because one of the things that me and Ian also noticed, especially from map to map, they always played it just a little bit different, right? So I think it was more so Bind. They would try to do a 3-2, just like a standard split. And then when it came to Haven, they would more so just kind of almost like tentacles, where they would all go different routes and just wait for an early pick and then maybe get 2 and then commit to a site, or maybe fake off that site. And then when we go to map 3, I mean, first 7 rounds, right? They just hard rush a site, not just purely on execution, purely off util. And I mean, how as a team, how do you really go about that? I mean, I'll answer, or I'll ask another question about a later question about the 7 rounds, because I do definitely want to talk about them more in depth.
Sure.
But more so, how do you plan around a team like that where on offense on every single map they're just bringing a different game plan that you have not seen before?
I mean, again, we got to stick to what we know and how the maps function. If we have an idea, I mean, there's, 2 ideas of how you can play a map, fast or slow, right? And so if we are reacting fast, we need to adjust our game plan, like you saw on Breeze. It took us a little bit of time. Eventually we got there. When it's slower, we need to make sure that we are playing as tight-knit as we can, clearing the comms, making sure everything is really, really close together, because we saw on Bind and Haven, their strat was actually really similar. It was kind of spread out, have 1-1-3, figure out where those lurks go. If the lurks die, they speed up on the other site. If not, if they get inserted, they might throw a little bit of fake, still go for the TP, things like that. And, we kind of just have to hold strong and say, okay, this is what we're punishing with. The only rounds that we kind of significantly lost on Haven when we were on defense is we VODed this, but somebody loves to walk up C main almost like every
Yeah.
time. And
Yeah.
we knew that that gap was there, but we just maybe sometimes assumed they were full committing into one site. I mean, the fake really got us, which like fair play to them. They committed a lot of stuff. Or yeah, we just kind of left that gap, and that's on us to kind of make up or at least be aware of.
Yeah, and kind of one of my last questions, I'll ask another one, but kind of one of my last is touching on the 7 loss in a row, right? I mean, as me and Ian were kind of speaking, we have definitely not seen it this season or even in the most recent last couple seasons, losing 7 rounds in a row, let alone on a third map, let alone in the semifinals, Can you kind of take me through what you guys were going through in the motions of that and how you kind of overcame that feeling, be able to kind of restart that to win the next 13?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of, right, you lose map 2, which is something that we're super strong about. We were kind of expecting to go in and win 2-0 after we had won that first map, right? It was, in our minds, it was either 2-0 or 0-2. Like, that's, if they're better than us, we're kind of cooked. But if we're better than them, we should be able to hold strong for ourselves. The fact that we lost those first 7, I mean, they were going for hard rushes. Breeze isn't our super comfort pick, but we did obviously let it go to the end and actually play it because we have some sort of confidence. That map is, of course, I would say attacker-sided because of how much you can work with. Maybe that's just me. But on the defense, right, we started working for those inserts, and you saw not how they punished us, but how we punished them, right? If the roles were flipped, that's kind of what they were doing, where instead of punishing our lurks, they were understanding that we were spreading ourselves a little bit thin early into the round, and so they were just punishing right onto site. How we overcame that, I mean, we had a timeout, we had some words, we were talking different ideas about if we should be playing on site, playing off, what's our protocol for when they do jump in this util, and I think we just found the magic like positions for us, like where our util individually worked best with our teammates, teammates that felt comfortable playing in positions that they did. I think Creep moved to A main, things like that, and yeah, I think it was really just us playing as the team that we are, as opposed to psyching ourselves out. And I think that's really all it was.
Because I think, and again, I'll give Troy a little bit more flowers right now. I mean, one thing especially we noticed a lot more heavily on the third map was if something worked, they just kept hammering it down. They
Right.
did not change a single thing. Maybe slight alterations in terms of how they use the util when entering onto B or to A set, whichever, but they just kept hammering it home. And whenever you guys won that round 1 in round 8, I think it was, they immediately stopped the 5 stack, had 3 go through main, 1 up into that hallway, and 1 into the like flank covering lurk, right? Like and I think a team like that, I mean, I think that's a team you want to face to go into the finals, to kind of bring up that confidence. Like, you know what? That was not an easy team. That was an incredibly hard team.
Absolutely not.
And I think that was a team that you guys had a great time against. And I think it was good for everyone watching at home, and especially for me and Ian, where, not to say we never gave up hope. We never gave up hope. But it definitely was a little scary just dropping 7 rounds in a row. But besides that, as great as Troy was, Point Park is going to move on to the finals, and you guys are going up against Ohio Wesleyan.
Is that who it is?
Yes, they did win by forfeit, so they are going to be going in a little bit cold. So they won by forfeit against...
Who were they against?
Full Sail Armada.
Okay.
The team they played in the quarters was University of Delaware, the first seed. And they beat them in a sweep.
Say that one more time.
University of Delaware Sphinx.
Right.
They're the only team that beat you this season as well.
And they beat them in a sweep, right?
But
did Ohio Wesleyan and Troy play? I mean, I'm assuming so. Do you know that result or?
No, we can probably check it really quick, but I mean, I'll have to let you know probably off stream.
Yeah.
But besides that, last question for me. Obviously, you and Creeper Senior, Finn, Ethan, and Amalia are all freshmen. They're all babies, right? And so how has this kind of season been? And especially last season, pulling on last season, just kind of, how has that dynamic been? And what does it mean to you that not only are you going back to the finals, but this is kind of like your last ride?
Yeah, I mean, I think Finn's kind of picking up where Creep's leaving off, right? I mean, Finn's obviously still got some work to do, just not being the IGL. You just need those reps as an IGL.
Yeah.
But even with Creep, like, I kind of argue I'm like the voice of reason, or it's like Creep makes a call, and then I'm like, here's something to think about. I'm not going to directly disagree with the call, but I'm going to say, hey, they're E-code. Maybe maybe we don't try that this round, but it's a next round, or hey, can we do something like really cool like this? And while that might work, again, what's working has been working.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Finn was doing some calls on the attacking side, and I was just like, hey, let's just chill it out. We're working, we're winning. So I think Finn's in good hands for the next year. I don't want to say I'm worried, but I do think somebody needs to step up and be that kind of voice of reason or the mid-rounder. And once they find that piece, once they solve it out, right, we obviously don't entirely know who that 5 is going to be next year. So once they figure that out, I think they're set.
Yeah. Is it okay? I mean, this will be the last thing that we'll wrap up. But can you just kind of touch on what this kind of means to you going back for the finals as the last time, especially for you and Creep being seniors?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal, right? Obviously, we made finals before. We lost out to FIUGC. They're our nemesis, it feels like, because we lost to them the semester before, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
But I think going from a team that was kind of struggling. I mean, you remember back in the days when it was Mona, Clark, Kirst. We had the 3 Ryan team at one point or something like that. And yeah, I mean, we struggled to even win a game, and then we made playoffs. Now we're consistently making playoffs, winning games. Had an undefeated season the previous semester, I think it was. Maybe I'm lying. Oh no, we FF'd. It was an FF loss. But But either way, I mean, yeah, in this scenario, going into the finals, I think win or lose, we're going to be still super happy. Obviously, we'd like to win. But I think the expectation is for us that we can at least get a map, or we play well, and if we lose, that's okay, because with our win today, Creep has earned himself a little plaque on the wall in the esports lab. It's beware of Mike on the wall for our term Marshall Mike that we have.
I will say, and I'll wrap it up after this. Creep had obviously a very rough game 3, right? However, me and Ian were both speaking. He has played for so long and contributed so much that we already know, despite what the scoreboard says, he has an effect in ways that we can't even see through you guys. And the 3rd kill that he had, or the 4th kill, I think it was, he went out of smoke, and the guy was already looking at him, and he just flick headshot. It is absolutely nasty. You may have heard us, probably.
I don't know.
You probably heard us a lot, actually.
No, we were louder than you probably in our ears.
Yeah, we did hear you guys a lot. But I mean, that was a very exciting match. I mean, I obviously I'm a little bit biased. I think you guys are going to be doing really well in the finals. I can already see it, especially with how you guys came back into the 3rd map, how you guys played at map 1, and especially fought so valiantly on map 2. But, I mean, League of Legends are in the finals, so tune into that next Tuesday. VALORANT is next Wednesday.
Should be.
Val Green did drop in the semifinals, unfortunately, today to University of Atlantic, but obviously, you know, they did absolutely well. Rocket League dropped in the quarters against Jamestown. It happens, you know what I mean? But I kind of touching on what you were saying as well. I mean, making the finals is always a treat, whether you win or lose, no matter what. You know what I mean? Because there's not a lot of people who can say, you know, not only did I make playoffs, but I was able to go to the finals. I was able to make that stretch, you know, because we've probably had over 100 athletes through this program already for the 6 or 7 years that we've been here. And not many of them have said that, again, that they had a winning season. They had playoffs, that they got past the quarters, semis, into the finals, right? And now that we have 3 teams that have done that, I mean, I think for me, that's absolutely incredible. Obviously, I'm very excited for you guys. I'm very excited for League next Tuesday. VALORANT next Wednesday. But honestly, that's pretty much it. And thank you to our sponsor, Red Bull. That is it for today, and we will talk to you guys later.